All right, great. So thanks for D&D again. So last we had left off, you guys had got your armors and all these things like that, and did a lot of kind of shopping, just going around and getting supplies and all these things. And kind of the most developing thing that happened is you headed back into the Sunless Citadel, came to a lot of information about a dragon trying to stab another dragon in the back and all this stuff, and difficult decisions to be made. Then you went back to Sunless Citadel and decided to leave and come back to Rackmere to kind of formulate a plan, still to try and find out information of where this meeting was with uh, the not the engineer, the architects, Torkel's instructor, Torkel's lecturer, Nathaniel Everstone's previous husband, the meeting place. Just trying to figure that out. And the mystery of the urns. And while all that was going on, our intrepid investigator of Tyr, he stumbled into seemingly some kind of meetings of some kind with directions with a man in a strange alcove on a weekend day where the city's pretty quiet on a late evening, and presented himself, faked his way, faked it until he made it, and got some instructions. Although the instructions were not in any of the immune languages. And later in the evening, so you've all returned to the Bed of Roses tap house. It is fairly quiet inside. There's not many two guests staying at the moment. You're in a back booth at the corner of the room. There's some candlelight up above. The fireplace is not lit, so it's a wee bit mild in here. And with that, you have given out the note, Hendrik, and discussed that it is not in this language, but you have what was once a priest or a paladin in training of Bahamut who has the ability to conjure divine sense and understand the wording of this letter. And as Thoric's words he touches his fingers to the words, starts to read it, it is this kind of almost like a whisper of oil going down your spine. It just feels uncomfortable and slimy. And do you want me to post it to you or just read it to you? Because you're probably going to tell everyone everywhere, aren't you?
Yeah, you can just read it out.
Cool. So it says this in a very direct tone. Now this is like it's squiggles and marks and X's and hashes, and it is a clear one of the dark languages of the world. And it says, "Servant, on the night before the Urn Day, await a visit on the outskirts of town. Abandoned workers' lodging 900 paces from the Valderas Vineyard family house. Be there for the dead of night. Further instruction await." Post that into Discord.
You
And that's
put
what you read.
notes. Yeah, awesome, good.
There we go. Torkel, actually, everybody here, can you all give me an investigation check, please? I want to see if you recognize something.
Fuck is Earns Day? That's not a day.
Should be in reference to honoring of the urns, a religious holiday. 24.
Yeah, it
So
could be like
yes.
like Halloween or something.
Oh,
24,
Makes
11,
sense.
not from Lernock. Orly
An
notices this.
investigation check.
Investigation, yeah. Just while you're all kind of like, while he's reading and tracing this, just seeing these spots. Okay. You make one as well, Hendrik. So Hendrik and Orly, you both reckon that there's something about this paper, and as you study it in the candlelight and the hunched over illumination from one of like the actual candlelight on the table in front of you, it's got this kind of silvery sheen to it, and you recognize this specific paper as dwindle paper. It is a specific type of paper. It's a magically made by the monks and acolytes of Bahamut to protect lines of communication during the wars with Teoland. And basically, the way it works is when it's made, it has an expiry date. And the idea is that when it is stored within areas of veinstone, the magic doesn't take hold. But if it's ever to be removed from an area of veinstone, then thus the letter or the piece of information would crumble and destroy itself after a certain piece of time. So that's the idea of it. It is kind of fallen out of use in the last maybe 50 years, since obviously peacetime and stuff like that, but it was very, very important to military communication during the wars. So you recognize that as this. So this piece of paper probably has an expiry date set, but you're unsure of how to realize that. But it's possible to make an Arcana check to find that out. So that's what Orly and Hendrik figure out looking at it.
Did you ask us to do Arcana check?
You could do an Arcana check if you want to study the paper to see if an idea of the expiry on this piece of paper.
I am proficient in Arcana. Hey, there you go.
Okay, cool.
I've
So
never had a character roll as well as Hendrik. This is
it's fine.
every single session.
So while you're finished reading, so you finish reading the words Thoric, and there's an Orly and Hendrik kind of lock eyes for a moment, and then Hendrik gestures you to give him the piece of paper. You do so, and as you kind of study it and you kind of do this really thoughtful seance of the piece of paper and the fabric, this paper will expire tonight. Come the stroke of midnight, this paper will destroy itself, not leaving a paper trail, it seems, whoever's passing out these notes.
Yeah.
It's like
Oh,
nighttime right now, isn't it?
It's about 6 p.m. in the evening, so you still got about 6 hours left of it. Do you have any questions, Orly?
I wouldn't. Orly wouldn't really have much experience with this kind of stuff. That's why I didn't even roll an Arcana check, to be honest, because he's not really.
You recognize it because like sometimes it might be used in the instance of like specific records being kept like in a Brashfield's precinct,
Yeah.
that are sensitive documents, and if they were to leave, a vault made out of veinstone, they'd be destroyed, they'd be useless.
Yeah.
So stuff like that. So it's kind of like a fail-safe measure, and things like that. Yeah. You've heard of like some people still using dwindle paper on like deeds of houses or things like that. Like if it ever is to leave this site, it might be destroyed, and then things like that. But that's kind of like a really old-fashioned way of looking at this resource. But it's not as common as it once was.
Okay. What do you think, Hendrik?
Not much information there other than when and where. So we'll wait for the when and go to the where. And then kill some people. And maybe capture one.
Okay.
Is killing necessary?
I think I've just gotten used to the point of Hendrik saying killing now that I don't even question it, actually. That's...
You may be right. They haven't technically done anything illegal. It just every bone in my body tells me that they're bad. But okay, maybe you're right. Maybe we just go and arrest them, talk to them.
Now, just remember, Hendrik, that as the covert operator that you are and key investigator, it was you yourself that received this letter. So if you show up with an entire party, maybe whoever's there might be meeting might.
Yeah, we're gonna do it stealthy, like.
Yeah. I just wanted to let you know.
But I mean, yeah, no, technically, I mean, there isn't anything illegal about this so far, technically.
Except
maybe it's
it was
just
written in a strange old world language that.
Yeah, that's not illegal, right? That's not a legal language. Maybe it's just a very fun.
It's not a recognized language, no.
Maybe it's a like a bachelor party fun scavenger hunt thing, for all we know.
I mean, it's definitely concerning. It's definitely
It
a
is
language
concerning.
of
Yes.
cards.
No, I am concerned. I promise you that.
Yeah,
but,
you're that picture of Roy Mustang with concern on.
But no, Thoric is right. We shouldn't go and kill anyone, even though they're almost certainly cultists, ne'er-do-wells.
Where we are right now, is there any? Could I have a further look around the area, even if it's like perception or whatever, just to see if anything's amiss. Essentially, this for like it kind of reeks of kind of like not a trap, but kind of like a setup almost.
Do you mean like in this room that you're currently in, like in the room in
Yeah, any exiting doors, even to kind of like peep an ear, or kind of you know that kind of thing. Suss
Make a
out
perception check.
Sure.
You sense all your allies, slight unease. as I said, the patrons of the bar. I mean, this common room can probably fill about 40 people, and there's about you and another 6 in there, so it's pretty quiet. You hear Pio, the establishment owner and head chef, and financier in the kitchen, slaving away, making meals for tomorrow. It's late evening, and you see that there is a bar staff member just cleaning some flagons and then polishing up the stools and things like that, and flipping them over on some chairs to show that basically like we're kind of getting close to closing up the common room for the night. But no, don't detect anything amiss or
Okay.
worrying. But there's probably still an uneasiness feeling settling over you.
DM, what is the day today?
Today, the current day is the 28th
9th?
of no, it's
28th.
20th. Yeah.
Holy fuck.
Yeah. It should be
Oh,
like
yeah,
it
I
should be
guess that makes
highlighted.
sense, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
We did do a lot of traveling.
Yeah, you guys
So
went
tomorrow?
three.
Okay.
Tomorrow is the start of a new month, and then the second day of Balaran is the
Yeah, but we're
honoring of the
supposed
herbs.
to,
So it'll be
before the
tomorrow,
night
this meeting.
before
Yeah.
of
It'll
Earn
be
Day.
tomorrow night. This is whatever this meeting is going to be is going to happen.
My gut tells me we have 2 ways of doing this. 3 ways of doing this. 1, we go in there and kick open the door and interrogate a bunch of people. 2, I just play along. I continue to play along with this and go to the meeting by myself with you guys hiding in a hedgerow nearby in case things go bad. Or 3, one of you thinks of a better idea.
Cypher, would my character be aware of the message cantrip?
Aware of like the ability to cast spells over like a certain distance to help some
Did,
people. Yes, you would definitely be
did,
aware of that spell. Yeah.
okay, then yeah. So, like, do we have any magic that can send a message between yourself and ourselves?
I don't.
Anyone else?
I
I don't have anything in that line, that vein of magic, I don't think.
have little magic.
I mean, it could be as simple as just, yelling help. Because if it's to the point where you have to intercede, something's gone terribly wrong anyways, and there's no point in subterfuge.
True. However, I just kind of like jingle up and down a bit, so my armor, or like I just
Yeah.
make noise.
Well, you would go in naked. I mean, everyone would go in unarmed, basically, is the idea.
Okay.
Because if it's just a meeting, I doubt they're going to be heavily armed.
Okay. I can be hidden without my armor. That's something that I could do. Like, I think that if we were to all go, they might find that a bit strange.
Let's see. Abandoned Workers Lodge. Wonder if if it's tomorrow night's the meeting, I could go out there right now and look and see if there's any hidey holes or attic or basement or something that we could hide in.
That you are very smart.
Is that what
Anyone
you want to
else?
try and do? You can go tonight, or you want to go early in the
Anyone else have
morning
any
tomorrow?
ideas?
I think that's a good idea, actually. Pre-planning.
Yeah,
Yeah,
So I'm gonna go.
us right
be
there. Yeah.
separate.
I'll go by myself because I don't think that even if I'm caught then at least it's gonna be like, okay, well, you were supposed to, you just got the date wrong or something like that. Whereas if I go with a bunch of heavily armored, gesture towards all of you, might be suspicious more so.
Fair.
Okay. So, Hendrik, are you wanting to go tonight or early tomorrow morning?
I'm gonna go right now.
Okay.
900 paces outside of town doesn't sound too dangerous. Like it's not, you're not gonna run into crazy monsters.
Well, it's specifically go to a
uh,
vineyard, which is already outside the town
the
walls.
Valderis Vineyard. Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's the. I mean,
How
it's a
far?
very.
How far out of town is that? What about
I
like an
mean,
hour?
probably like maybe like at least half an hour outside the city, something like that.
Which about a walk or on the back of a hydral?
Heidel. You could probably go there in 20 minutes on a Heidel.
I'd better just walk. I'll tell you what, everyone. Why don't you all get some food, get some rest? I'll be back in an hour or in a bit, and I will have more information. If I don't wake you up, it's because the plan is tomorrow we'll just take care of it.
Okay. Are you guys all happy with this?
Well, should we go after you if you're not back after like 2 hours or 3 hours or something?
Yeah, what's the safety precautions?
Sure, I'd appreciate that, I suppose. I think if I don't come back in 2 hours, I'm probably dead.
Well, here's hoping that they question and torture you instead.
Yep. Just hoping. And
All
I
right.
will
Yeah.
go on my
So
way.
this is a well-known vineyard. You guys would have passed it probably. Definitely likes of Hendrik and Torkel and Thork. You guys would have passed it from the western way out of the side of Brackmere, coming in from Burrell and the Silver Stand Inn kind of direction. Okay. So Ryan, you fetch up your Heidel. You go out of city
I'm
walls.
actually not gonna ride my Heidel. I'm gonna
No?
walk
Okay.
it
Well, gonna walk.
because I wanna get as little attention as possible. And guy riding big dinosaur,
Yeah.
probably not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So as the sun fully sets, it is a cool spring night, getting into low of about 10 degrees Celsius. There is a new moon a coming, so it is dark, dark. But you're unaffected by this because of your dark vision, your racial ability.
Yeah.
A light breeze in the air, no rain, slightly overcast. And as you walk out sorry, it would be clear. Sorry. As you walk out and leave the confines of it, you get like a warning, like, oh, by the way, if you come in later, you'll need to scan basically your identity stone and all that stuff as well. There'll be a bit more precaution at night. People entering the city, entering Rackmere from the brass shields, and you
Okay.
leave, walking up the kind of hilled slopes, the western road out, and then you start to see the kind of the signage, such and such vineyard, such and such a vineyard. Oh, without us. Let's go this way. And you walk up it, and you can see the clear, like large farm stable house into family home, converted into more extended housings of the actual residency and the bulk of workers that still live and operate the vineyard year round, and the family that still own it, the Valderas family, year round.
I'm giving this place a wide berth. I'm
Yeah.
staying in trees as much as possible.
Yeah, there's like lines of like planted trees, like cypress trees and olive trees that kind of break up the fields and just measure and section out the property into certain rotational crops and stuff like that of the
Now,
actual grapes.
at the risk of screwing myself over, I think I should roll a stealth check just for the fact that I'm trying to stay out of view.
Of course,
Even
yeah.
if there's no one there to witness me, I should
And
still.
you're avoiding the big stones in the path, the little puddles that formed. You're not trying to make a lot of noise. I totally get you.
Yeah, that's what I
Okay.
expect. I'm not a stealthy guy.
No, you're not a stealthy guy at all. Do you want to cast mage armor on yourself?
What a question.
I don't have that spell remembered.
Okay, no problem. Well, you're a sorcerer.
I replaced it with more
okay.
killing spell.
Okay, fair enough. So you got 12 AC. Excellent.
Oh, you know what? Hold on, I have fucking enhanceability, don't I?
You do,
It
yeah.
lasts an hour. Oh, that'd be really helpful.
Yeah. So is that what you want to do before you get like? Because you kind of get a rough idea of where you're heading.
Dexterity checks. stealth is a dexterity check. I will cast Enhance Ability. Cat's
Sure,
Grace.
I'll allow it. So you can roll another d20.
Oh shit! I'm sorry. I didn't mean to flood the damn.
It's all right. It's fine.
Stealth.
So you can cat's grace, dexterity, advantage on
I'll
dexterity.
just
Sure.
roll again.
Yep. 10. Okay.
10.
10. All right. So you very clearly, after leaving like the lights and the candlelight and the windows, where there's actually activity, and you can hear some stuff that's moving around late into the evening. Putting last pieces of supplies away at this family home, and you get further and further from the noise, and there's just this quiet, just the sounds of your boots dragging on the slightly damp dirt, and then you start to see the house itself. You see, walking on the dust road towards the end of a path, right on the edge of the vineyard property, you see a two-story barn that has been converted into a small staying house. It lays uncared for. There are wagons from the previous season still laying about and miscellaneous barrels. It seems like this probably was used heavily during the past picking season and will get looked after before that comes around. But in the meantime of the winter, it just is left to just basically be an empty house. Yeah, you can make a perception check for me, please.
Does dark vision in this circumstance? Because he said it's a new moon.
There's no there's
Dim light?
no dim light, yeah, so it'd be disadvantage
Okay.
on a perception check or visual.
Advantage perception. Where the fuck are you? 12.
12. Okay. Looking at the outskirts of the house, it looks like it's in solid condition, except on the right-hand corner of the building, there is a hole or a ripped open piece of roof that was probably got ripped up by the Everstorm. It's made a mark upon it. Yeah, it's got small walls around it. I'll tell you what, let me see if I can do this, actually, if this would make sense. So yeah, it's 2 stories.
If I were a
It's got an
wizard,
exterior wall around it.
if I were a wizard, I'd have so many spells to help me out here, but I'm just a fucking artillery piece.
Can I can drag Hendrik to this map by himself. Very interesting.
I can't see shit, boss.
I know, I like to put you on the map. So this is just to give you like an idea of
Yeah.
the
So
map.
no one else can see this.
No one else can see this, only
I
you.
didn't know that was a thing. That
Yeah,
must be a premium
yeah.
thing.
So yeah, so there's an exterior wall. I'll just use my measuring tool. There's an exterior wall here.
Okay.
And then there's a stairs to the second story. I'm going by the American definition of first story, second story, because it's easier for Ryan to understand. Stairs
Oh
leading
no, I've
upstairs.
already adapted. Don't bother.
Okay, no problem. There's a small walkway through here, like open walkway through the wall, and then 2 large doors to the bottom area of the barn itself.
It took me about half an hour to get here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hang out in the trees nearby and just sit
Okay.
there hidden for like give me 20 minutes, just
Yeah.
see if I hear anything, see anything. If there's anyone in there in 20 minutes, like unless they're sleeping, which they might be,
Yeah.
if they're like cooking or eating or whatever, I might hear noise. I just spend 20 minutes. I'm just laying there in the dirt
Yeah.
underneath the
I'll
brush.
imagine that your token actually isn't right there, like right in front of the door. You're back in
Yeah.
the trees watching it. Cool, no
Yeah.
problem.
But
That was just to give you an idea of dimensions of the building.
Yep. Hendrik has no problem just sitting and waiting. He's very good at that.
You are very good at that. It is what cops do. Make me a perception check, please. Another one with disadvantage. Course of 20 minutes. While you're watching, you do not see any shadows, any movement in it. But what I will declare is all of the windows have storm shutter boards like across them. So the windows on like the first floor and the second floor all have these big heavy boards that have been nailed to the exterior wall over the glass windows to protect them from the worst of the winter storms, I should say. So it's quite hard to see inside. You have to get like really close up. Like think of like kind of boarding up your home in the winter or for a storm, like a tornado or something like that for debris. The only thing you do really see is from that hole in the roof, a handful of crows come and fly into it and land and then seem to roost in there for the evening. it's a little bit cold since you've sat still for 20
Yeah,
minutes.
I'm gonna play to my advantage. I'm gonna move in. I'm gonna stealthily move in. Not
Mhm.
that stealthily, you know.
Yeah.
And I
You can
will.
re-roll a stealth check. I'm gonna stealth up to the building.
I'm okay just using my 10 if that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
I can do it again if you want, but you know.
Well, you've stood still. You've done an action of
Yeah,
the
you're
second,
right. You're
so
right. You're right. You're absolutely right. Here, I'll roll it again. 8.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. And I will creep closer to the building, and I will
Mhm.
go to what looks to me the main entryway, which is right here.
Yeah,
It goes
that's
on
into
to
the
the
second store. That's into the second
the
story. So this is the
first story, right?
yeah, these doors here would be the first story.
Ground floor? No. Okay.
Yeah.
We need to use European because I've been
Okay.
using
Ground
it
floor.
my
Ground
entire
floor.
time playing with you guys, and now it's fucking
Yeah.
with me.
Sorry. I was
Ground
being
floor.
nice. Ground floor. Those doors are ground floor. I can put you to the second floor once we get up there, but it's a separate map, so don't worry. But it does have a map as well.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go to the ground. Or fuck, I'll go to the second. Fuck, I'll go to the first floor.
Okay, no problem. You go to the first floor. So just move your token where you want to be.
Yeah. And I will. Let's see.
Now I'm just gonna
Since
move
it's been
you
shuttered for a while.
this door here. That's the stairwell. What you just walked up.
Okay, I'm confused, but okay.
That's the
Okay,
doors
I'll just go
into
to
it.
a door. I'll just go to
Yeah.
a door. And I'd like to use investigation to see if there's any like footsteps
M-
around the door.
Make a
So that
perception
you
check.
said it's been muddy because all the rain lately, so that
Yeah,
might
it
help.
definitely has. Yeah, make a perception check.
Perception, investigation. I'm
I'll
investigating
allow
this
it.
particular
I'll
area.
allow it.
Ah,
Natural
27.
20. Wow, very good, very good. All right, so you go up to the doors, and the first thing that catches your senses, Hendrik, is a smell. It smells quite heavily as you get close to the wood of this building of lamp oil.
Burning
It's
lamp oil or stagnant lamp oil?
just lamp oil that is soaked into the wood, into the sleepers and the boards of the wood.
Okay.
You cannot tell, like you have to go inside and maybe see if like a barrel's overspill or something like that. But that's one thing that hits your senses immediately.
And
Second thing,
any? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
the second thing is you do see some muddied footprints, old now, like they're probably like not recent, probably well over a week old now. Just walking around the perimeter, barefooted, and then some animal tracks as well. The barefooted humanoid footprints, maybe it was a vagrant trying to see if they could get in. And you haven't tried the door yet, but it might be locked, so maybe some vagrant trying to get in here. Animal tracks of some miscellaneous beasts like a fox trying to poke around the walls and hunting for voles around the exterior walls. And the water trough here is empty. There's no water in this water trough.
Okay.
Do you have any questions?
I mean, it's been raining for the last week. The water trough's still empty. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. That's okay.
I mean, the bunk could be open on it.
Yeah, true enough. It might be a shit one. He said an old building. I will try to open this door
You
stealthily.
you turn the door handle, and it gives about half an inch, and then you feel the resistance of a lock.
Oh, that's fine. I have. Oh fuck! I don't have. Guys, I'm not very good. I can't pick locks. That's not a thing I can do. Fuck. I'm gonna make a mess of this.
You can make a sleight of hand check even if you're not proficient, but
I
you
don't have
just have to
tools.
find me something in your inventory. Yeah, you don't have tools.
I don't have tools for it. Yeah. I have some scrolls. Let me see if I have anything stupid in here that can. Nope. Nope. I don't got
You
anything.
don't have knock.
No, I'm a fucking sorcerer. I'm not a wizard. I wish I had knock. I could blow up the doors. That's about it, guys. Fuck it. If this one's locked, then that means this door over here is probably locked. This
got,
does
like,
this
a
need
window?
a doorway?
You want to go up the
He said all
second
the
floor?
windows are storm shuttered closed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they are.
Yeah. I'll go to that way right there.
Okay.
To the first floor, right?
Yeah, let me just Give me
Okay.
1 second. Oh, sorry.
I appreciate everyone's patience while I do this shit. I don't want us walking into an ambush and getting killed or some
No, it
nonsense.
makes total sense. It makes total sense. All right. Okay. See if I can drag you. Oh God, no, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay, how can I do this? I see. Okay, so, boom. There you go. From the next. Nice. Yeah, you walk up the stairs into the balcony, and the door is the door handle you can see right there. Yeah, you want to try that?
Yeah, I will try that.
The door is open and it gives way. Do you just open it up?
Very quietly, yes. Very
Uh,
slowly and quietly.
Door creaks, and you see a room before you. You see a room which has about 3 dozen beds in it that have all been stacked up into corners of the rooms. This seems to be like the sleeping quarters of this renovated workers' lodge. The bunk beds are actually 3-tiered, so there's 3 levels of a bunk bed to this high ceiling room. There are some old barrels of food that have like spoiled and been left behind. You can smell kind of this like stagnant-y, musky, rotted food smell when you first enter the room. And yeah, that's what you first kind of sense and smell. But yeah, feel free to move your token inside something when you look at it.
I'll take a single step inside and look around and
Yeah.
it looks like the place hasn't been disrupted in a while.
Make a perception check for me, please.
Investigation.
I'll allow it. And drink. So the first thing is you notice that on all of the bed frames, the way people tend to like leave these is they like rip the sheets off and then they put the pillows at the far corner, like where the foot would be at the bed. It's kind of a polite way to leave it. A lot of the beds like are kind of left in tatters, and there's like either someone's like left a bunch of like sacks or materials and just kind of just thrown the sheets over them on like most of the beds.
There's a good amount of sacks and stuff in this room, right? I can see a
Yeah,
couple
there's a
here.
lot of miscellaneous crap around. Like the floor does have
Okay.
like, yeah.
I have an idea. So I was looking for a place for them to hide. If we get a bunch of big sacks and each of them just hide in a sack, do you think that would pass? I mean, like if they walk in here and there's 1, 2, 3, 4 human-sized sacks over here, closed up. Do you think that would look out of place?
No, it wouldn't look out of place. I mean the kind of the shapes, shall we say, the shapes that are lying in bed, do look like, right, I've just tucked my backpack, my bedroll, my fucking spare pair of boots. I've just thrown the material. Like there's a couple layers in some of the sheets on them. Some's the bottom bunk, some's the top 2 bunks. It's all
Okay,
mixed about.
I like this plan. This plan works for me. We'll have everyone hang out, and then when it's time, they can just get in the sack. This is stupid, but I think it's gonna work.
Okay.
Okay. I would like to step out, I would like to step back,
Yeah.
and I would like to use prestidigitation to
Uh-huh.
clear the muddy boot prints that I have left everywhere.
Yeah, very smart.
As I back out of here and close the door and all that.
Okay, I get you. And you prestidigitation your footsteps away from the exterior wall, and you just keep going back the way.
Exactly. I use it to cover my traces as best as I can with a very basic spell.
There's
the
now
very
a
least,
trail of perfectly clean ground behind you.
No, yeah.
Yeah, very clean mud.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Don't worry, it's not like it's going to be like someone just clicking
Yeah.
blush like on a map and be like, oh, this bit's clean, this bit's clean. I know what you mean. You can make it look a little bit more natural than that. All
Okay.
right, so the rest of the party, you guys get close
Yeah.
to an hour waiting for Hendrik.
Yeah,
And the
return.
door of the Bed of Roses tap house swings open, and you see Hendrik return to you guys.
I'm
Hendrik,
alive.
How'd it go?
It's fine, no problem whatsoever. It's a fairly standard evil cult meet area. Just an old house with some rats maybe. As far as hiding, there was a barn area at the bottom, which the doors were locked. We could hide you in there, with the negative consequence being that if they arrive with a hey DM, was there like a key, or how do you undo that lock? Was there a I mean
There was a key. There was a key.
okay, yeah, if they show up with mounts and a key, then they're gonna open the barn and see you guys. My gut tells me that's not likely though, because unless they're working with the vineyard owner, which maybe.
Is there anywhere in the barn to hide that isn't like
I-
standing out in the
I-
open?
I couldn't get in the barn
Okay.
without destroying the barn. The second idea is that we just go and buy some big sacks, and you guys just hide, each of you in your own special sack in the meeting room. There's already a bunch of sacks and supplies there and stuff. I think it'd be rather unnoticeable.
Sounds good to me.
And if they do notice that you guys are just jump out of the sack and punch them. And the advantage of that, you wouldn't have to move. You just sit there. So you can be in armor in your sack, and you don't have to do it during the meeting, which probably only lasts like 5 minutes or so. Unless it's like we meet there and then they want to sleep the night, whatever, to prepare for some shit in the morning. That might be an issue. Wow, both these have negatives and positives. Whatever we do, we're not going to do it till tomorrow morning. So everyone should just get some sleep. We'll figure it out tomorrow. We'll work through it.
If we're gonna have to sit there for a while and try not to get spotted, I'm gonna have to pack away a few calories to make sure my stomach doesn't grumble.
Well, I don't think you'd be sitting in a sack for hours. I'd be fine with that. I don't think you people would be fine with sitting in a sack for hours. We'd probably just have a lookout, and then once they arrive, everyone just gets in their sack.
I'm happy to do whatever the party thinks is the most sensible.
You're a bit far away. I couldn't really discern what you were saying. What did you say, Sean?
Holy shit, yeah.
Taco said, I'm happy to do whatever the party thinks is the most sensible.
It works for me.
Or you guys just hide in the woods, I guess. That's also an option. There's some
By the
good
way,
trees there.
Hendrik, take inspiration if you didn't already have it for that little stealth mission.
For being careful and patient.
Just being acting as
And
a character would,
inquisitive.
investigating. Yeah.
Inquisitive.
Mhm.
Okay, yes.
Nosy.
Nosy, yes. That's true.
Nosy Nelly. All right. So, do you guys just want to rest up for the night in your lodgings?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably best.
Cool. All right. Everyone, mark off 2 silver pieces for me, please. For staying another night in the Better Resist Tap House.
Highway robbery.
You don't get free stay anymore after the festival. You gotta pay
Yeah,
your way.
it comes with food, so I guess that's true.
Yeah, he was a good show, even though you just need porridge, Hendrik. So, as you all confer yourselves to a night of sleep in the Better Roses Tap House, one you stayed in many times before, something different happens this month that hasn't happened yet. A new month begins. And as such, when you arise the next day, there is a slight different chorus of bell ringing, of dawn bells from the hospices of Arias and other little way stations around Rackmere to signal a new month beginning. And as you arise, there is a slight drizzle, mostly cloudy sky. 6 a.m., 7 a.m., sun starts to rise. It is early morning. It is, as I said, a new month. A bit cooler again. and the day is yours. You get a meal prepared by Pio again. He seems to kind of know your taste and kind of concentrates because right now you guys are the most constant customers he's had since the festival. So he seems to have bought a lot more meat for like Thoric and got a lot more like olive spread for some of the breads that Torko prefers and things like that. So yeah, and the day is yours. It's morning time.
Okay. So now that everyone's slept and eaten all that, has everyone's caught up with what's happening, and we still need to discuss what people think is the best way to hide out in this situation, or if we should hide out at all. Any thoughts?
I think hiding is a good call.
Yes. Nah, I think the being close is probably more advantageous.
Hendrik, was there any perhaps like rooftops where I could gain a vantage point from and be close enough to the rest of the party as well?
I believe the building is somewhat separated from all the rest. It's just sort of a barracks
Yeah,
slash
it's a
away
good
house.
distance away from other structure. There are nearby trees.
Yeah,
That
there's
get a
trees.
viewpoint on.
Would it be worth it?
It's just one road in, one road out, right?
Yeah, like this actual workers' lodge is like the end of a dirt track. It's the last thing on that track. It's right at the edge of the vineyard.
Okay. Yeah, what do you have in mind, Orly?
I was just thinking eyes from above might be good for us, just in case there's any reinforcements or any third parties that we don't know about.
Well, I don't see if let's say that this is some sort of dark cult thing. The people who show up, I don't think they'd be tailed by anyone we would have to worry about. It's not like there's a another cult or something like that. And if it's the police tailing them, then good. What I would be more concerned about is if this is a trap and they show up with like 20 dudes. So maybe having some warning like for that would be good. But that would mean that hypothetically one of us would have to be out on the road or like hiding in a bush up road a bit and would be separated from the party. I don't think it's going to be very likely. I don't want, basically what I'm saying is I don't want to split us up.
Okay. It does sound messy.
Oh shit.
Other stuff.
Either way, I'm happy enough getting into a bag and sitting with the rest of the party. I think that's a good base plan.
Hey Dim, just to understand what you're trying to tell me earlier, it looks like the beds are like being used, right?
Yeah, like there's
Yeah.
quite a mess
They
of
haven't been
stuff
put
left
away
over
for
them.
the season.
No, they haven't. Like as I said, usually when you leave like a lodging like this, everyone would take the bedrolls with them
Yeah.
and take all the belongings, like leave the pillows maybe at the foot bed or. But it seems like a lot of crap got left behind on a lot of beds. Not like every single one of them, but if there's about yeah, it's about maybe 24 beds like spaced out in, or maybe 18. Sorry, 18. It's probably about 12 filled, something like
Okay.
that.
My gut tells me that the people I'm supposed to meet are staying there. So if we do the bag idea, we're all going to be stuck in a room in heavy armor, in a room for the entire night while they rest, if they rest. Which I don't think you guys want to do.
Would we not get a point of exhaustion for that? If you sleep with your heavy armor on, do you know? I mean, I know we're not sleeping, but is spending that amount of this is above the table, so
You'd
is spending
basically
that amount of
sitting there
time
for
in
8
heavy
hours.
armor, yeah,
No, I
would
don't.
that?
I
Okay.
don't think necessarily. Like, I think I'd probably still make you guys all roll a stealth check because just to see how well
But
you
it
can
wouldn't
hit.
be.
But I probably wouldn't give you disadvantage because you'd have time to like not worry about the rustling armor or something like that. Like
But
so
we wouldn't get
Orly,
the
like
disadvantage that we get from because if you sleep in heavy armor, you get a point of exhaustion, right? Is that right?
Yeah, but that's like a full night's sleep. That's trying to long rest, but you're not going to try and long rest in the middle of waiting for
No, I just mean
reason.
as I guess that the thing is that you don't actually get the rest, so you get the disadvantage, you get the exhaustion. What I'm saying is, if we wait in there for 8 hours, just sitting there, not actually sleeping, but effectively spending the same amount of time as a long rest
Well, I should clear this up.
stationary.
The letter said, which also disappeared at midnight. It is gone now. It destroyed itself. The
Mhm.
letter said the dead of night, which colloquially means midnight.
Okay.
So you have a
But
time.
we would
Okay.
go there ahead of time though.
Yeah, you're going to go there
Yeah.
ahead of time.
We need to go when it's quiet and then put ourselves in the sack and then
Set up.
wait for a significant amount of time. But it might not be the full 8 hours, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean
it could be.
they might already be there, and it's just I'm supposed
Yeah.
to visit where they are. So let's make it simple, everyone. Let's go there, and everyone else stay in the forest nearby, and I will. Is anyone here stealthier? I'm honestly, I'm not built for
I can
hiding. I'm
He
be
built
looks
for
at the
talking.
small gnome in leather
I
armor.
can be nimble. I can be quite nimble.
Okay. Um,
Still be nimble, still be quick.
they don't.
Kevin McLeod just came up on my Spotify. The scheming whistle.
Nice. They don't know what I look like necessarily. Probably not even. So you could scout up ahead when we all arrive, and they might just think, "Oh, you're the guy."
Hmm.
Would you be okay taking that risk for this?
Hmm.
What about can you fit Stotty? Can you fit Orly inside your coat?
Oh God.
Or put him on top of your shoulders
Oh
and just
wow,
be
he's
really tall?
pregnant.
The fattest gnome you've ever seen.
Three kobolds in a
Yeah.
trench coat.
Trench coat. Yeah.
Except two of the kobolds are replaced with bald
An
half
elf.
Yeah.
Okay, I think
Yeah.
the sack idea is bad because it leaves us vulnerable in a room that is being utilized. I think the barn idea is slightly better because it's out of the way, but they might still use
It's also
it.
the floor
It's
below from the
yeah,
beds.
I mean, it's yeah, but
And to point this out, the entrance to upstairs is one stairwell, and then the three windows that are upstairs, they're all like storm shuttered. So there's kind of
yeah,
one in, one out to the second floor, or first floor.
yeah. So why don't we head out there? We don't need to bring any special supplies for this. And we will look at the situation when we arrive and adapt to plans there.
Yeah. Okay.
Does anyone have anything they need to buy? Any particular clever ideas? Is there like a smoke bomb equivalent that we could buy just in case this meeting goes bad and you just throw it in the floor or some shit? Like a
That's
potion of smoke? Or
probably not. Probably not. You'd have to do some digging around to try and find
I mean,
something like that.
it's what's the spell? The misty something or other?
It's a
Misty
throw
cloud?
spell, isn't it? Fog.
There's
Is
fog
it
cloud,
fog?
which is a spell.
Fog cloud is a spell. It's low level though, right? First
Yeah, I
level
think it's first.
conjuration.
Yeah.
Druid, ranger, sorcerer, wizard. Okay,
Oh, shit.
sorcerer, wizard, not great. If I was a wizard, I'd fucking take the spell, but I can't. Druid, ranger. Do you think that we could buy a potion, or like, you know what I'm talking about? You just
I know what
like
you're talking about.
a potion you just like throw on the floor, creates fog cloud.
I think that if you want to try and find one of those items, your best bet would probably head up to the towering tree outside of Rakmir where the acolytes of Thesnia reside, where you might procure an item such as that.
How much detour is that? Like an hour?
Something like that. I mean, I don't know how long you plan to sit in this shed
All day.
all day.
Yeah. Time is relative until you get to the point where we're sitting in the shed all day.
It's just
Yeah.
a day, guys. It's fine. We have like,
Listen, it
pennies
doesn't
to be
bother me.
spent.
We got cabin fever for a whole week before we could go back to the Citadel. So
Yeah, you're well prepared for sitting in a
Yeah,
shed for
we had beer
6
then
hours.
though.
I've got my pipe now, so I'm good.
You may don't smoke the pipe on stakeout, but yeah, I get
Yeah,
your
no
point.
promises.
I think
is-
it's worth doing this detour to try and get something like this. It doesn't sound complicated. I'll spend the money in case something goes bad. If I'm in danger or one of you is in danger, it'd be worth it.
Yeah, just give me 1 second, Ryan. I'm just gonna work out the price for this. Well,
Sure.
we don't have to go all the way over fucking like, this is what it looks like. We can gloss over that for the minute just for some housekeeping.
No, let's do that.
Okay. Oh god, I keep forgetting where my roll 20 is. Fog Cloud. You said it's a first level spell?
That's a first level spell.
Okay, thank you.
Would 100 gold sound good?
Just looking. Yeah, give me 100 gold and you can have a scroll of Fog Cloud. That is no problem at all.
Okay, sounds good. We'll ride up there and we don't have to role play. We don't have to role play it out. 100 gold. I'll pay 100 gold.
Yeah, cool, no problem. We head up to the
I'll
great
just call it a smoke
weeping
grenade.
tree.
If that's okay.
Talk to some druids of Thesnir and acolytes, and we skip all that, and we just press fast forward, and you get your spell scroll made by the delicate druids of Thesnir. Cool. You have your scroll now.
I'll just add. I'm gonna just call it smoke grenade.
Yeah, cool. But it functions as the scroll. Just so you know, Fog Cloud I think is concentration.
I'll call it smoke bomb. Smoke bomb potion. There it is. Okay. Okay. And yeah. Yeah, let's go there early. And we can stake it out and see if people enter, what people enter, how many of them enter, how dangerous they look, how we can size up the situation.
Good to me.
Right.
Cypher.
Mm-hmm.
One thing that's actually really concerned me, especially with how we go with our dealings on a lot of stuff. We have no form of communication from like at long distance. So I obviously I have speak with small beasts.
Yeah.
I'm going to attempt now. I don't think Orly's really utilized that side of himself throughout his life, but I'm going to try and attempt to give it a go, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
Throughout the coming days and see how it goes. So like obviously my idea is my goal is to befriend some kind of animal in order to transfer handwritten notes or something like that. That's kind of what's in Orly's head at the moment. Would
Okay.
that just be kind of like an animal handling kind of check situation?
Yeah, I
or
mean, I guess what I mean, so there's a multitude of wildlife across Rackamere. There's some wildlife within the city. You trying to, talk to a farm animal or a street mouse or like a fox, a
A
wolf, a
cow.
crow.
Get a messenger cow.
I suppose the first thing that he sees, he doesn't have a lot of experience, so this is how he's going to gain experience as well, is kind of trial and error through beast or animal.
Yeah. Why don't you roll me an animal handling check, and then actually roll me a d4, please,
A
and then
deep
roll me an animal. Yeah, roll me a d4, and we'll see what. Thank you very much, darling. Thank you. 2. All right. So it's not a mouse. It's not a vole. It is a rat that you come across
a
eating
rat.
some street garbage, and you come across it and make an animal handling check.
Yeah, sure
You
thing.
got this. You couldn't cast a spell with it.
Sorry,
Is it a spell you cast, or is it just a class feature?
it's just a class feature. Yeah, it's an ability.
And you can just always do it, right?
This guy here. So it says
Okay.
truth, sounds, and gestures. It's communication. So I suppose that like I'm just trying to say come, as in like to at least
Yeah.
come over to me firstly and see how that goes.
Make
Where's
another
animal
handling
handling?
check.
Oh my god.
Holy shit.
This rat that was feeding it on, like someone's dropped some jam with like a piece of pastry on the bottom of the street, and it's just nibbling away on it. You see the rat. It's got a faint grey coat to it. It's an adult rat, and you gesture with your little pinky finger, and it comes up and then sits 5 feet off you. Sorry, I thought my mic would pick up squeaking, but it didn't. Yeah.
How bad does
So,
it smell?
okay.
Of course,
The
I have to be a
rat,
rat.
the rat
We're
smells like a
we're in the
rat.
woods, right?
We're in the city.
Yeah.
This was a straight rat, so
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this was a street rat. You just said the first creature that you saw.
this is true.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
rat comes over.
I'm happy. I'm happy with this rat being in my company at the moment. Anyways,
So what do you do with it? Do you pick it up? Do you put it in your pack? What do you do?
um, does it fit in my? Will it fit in my pocket? Like rats are quite. How big is this rat? Like,
Compared
is
to a
that
gnome, it's probably like what a chihuahua would be to like
yeah?
a small child.
Jesus. Yeah, it's not going in my pocket then. In my pack, I guess
It
I'll
could
put
go
it
in
in
your
my pack.
pack. 100% go in your pack. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll stick it in my pack.
Mm-hmm.
I've some ration. I'll open a bit of a ration. I'll leave it in the
Right.
pack.
Add Rockmere City Rat to your inventory, please.
Okay.
You have acquired a rat. And after acquiring a rat, do you guys just head up to the barn?
I think so.
Sorry, assume so.
Sounds good.
I'm ready to go.
Yeah. Give me one.
Hey, plan is let's right up there on our dinosaurs.
Yeah.
High adults. And
Mhm.
as we get closer, we'll pull off the main road and we'll ride in the forest, off-road it, and make camp there and scout out the building again. And then we'll just wait and adapt.
You'll see Leonard sort of shake from and go, I'm sorry, what was it we're doing again? Leonard has been an absolute million miles away since last night. He hasn't actually, and no one's actually spoken to him. He hasn't been
yeah.
paying attention. He has been a million miles away, like 1,000-yard stare, not responding
Yeah,
to
I'll give
anything
him
unless.
concerned look. The wee
People are acting suspicious, Lernock. They think I'm one of them. We're gonna go to a meeting room, a meeting area, several hours earlier than they want us to scout it out and see what the deal is, and then we're going to go. I do the quote unquote thing, arrest them, and see what's going on. They haven't done anything illegal technically yet, but
Okay, that's fine.
Can everyone see the map? Okay.
yes.
Yes.
Cool. That is it during the daytime.
Okay, we're off in the woods. How far away are the woods?
How far was the closest tree line? Probably like
Yeah,
250 feet.
200.
You got to think this is a vineyard. Like you can hide in like the vineyard, like the
yeah.
crop. But you're asking for woods. I was just being pedantic with you. But there's vineyards that are close to it.
250.
Yeah, like an actual forest, like a wild, not tended to forest. But there's plant life and there's like little shrubs and a planted row of trees that is on the path. But
When I joined this little, I'm gonna just call it a cult. They just gave me the letter. Was there something else? Was there something else with that they gave me?
didn't give you anything else except that letter, which is now evaporated.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, we'll make camp. We're like, it's like 10 o'clock in the morning, right?
Yeah,
like-
exactly that. I literally got that in the calendar. It's 10 o'clock in the morning.
We're like 12 hours ahead
out
of
from
schedule.
whatever the rendezvous is. Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll make camp. It's cold camp out in the woods,
Mhm.
250 whatever feet away from the building,
Yes.
We'll make sure the hindles are taken care of and they're like lashed up to the
Yep.
trees.
Mhm.
And we're just gonna talk it through. Now, Orly, you are the stealthiest and the slipperiest of us all. So if it's okay with you, I'm gonna be utilizing both of those traits for this. I bought this for whoever's in danger at the time, and I will give Orly the smoke grenade thing. And I said, if you ever get into trouble, just throw it in the ground and run away.
It's not how it works. It's a spell scroll.
It's a scroll. It's a scroll? I wanted a
It's a s-
grenade. I can't use. Oh wait, I can use this.
Yes,
Oh
you can.
fuck! I wanted a thing
Ryan,
that anyone can use. God damn it, DM.
This is a magical setting, and they don't have artificers or
That's fine.
apothecaries. They have
That's
the
fine.
church, and the
I
church
was
makes
hoping. I was
scrolls.
hoping there'd be like a smoke bomb, but okay, fuck.
You
That's
can
fine.
you can have the money back if you don't want to spell scroll fog.
No. That's actually really helpful. It'll save my ass. Never mind, Orly. Ignore what I just said.
I think you manifested that thing into a smoke bomb too much that you actually believed it to be a smoke bomb.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
sure.
he really did.
I'm sure I said smoke bomb like 4 times, and then Cypher said scroll once, and I was like, right, a smoke bomb.
Yeah, he honestly did say, "Oh yeah, it's a spell scroll," and you did immediately respond with, "Cool, it's a grenade."
Okay, my bad. Yeah. I'll change my name. I'll change
It was
the.
it was slightly amusing to watch it in real time.
Yeah.
I have the VOD for it. Let's see. Scroll of
Mhm.
fog. Okay, good to know.
I
5
cannot remember.
fog.
You might know this, Toxie. Can magic class cast a spell from a spell scroll?
um,
No.
anything with it on their spell list.
Yeah, if it's
So
above their
it'll
level,
be wizard, sorcerer, and druid. Was it
Okay, so
a
they need to
ranger
actually
too.
have that class. To do it.
ranger?
Yeah,
Druid,
it
ranger,
has
sorcerer, wizard. Yeah. So basically,
it has a range of
Ryan will be able
120
to.
feet. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll be
yeah.
able
Ryan
to.
will be able to cast it. I think that's it actually.
Honestly, I'm happy to have a fog scroll. That might save our ass at some
Yeah.
point.
Could do. It could do at one point or another.
Okay, Orly. If you can sneak up on that building and see if there's been any activity. I cleaned out the stairwell and the walkway up top. So if there's any muddy footprints there, that means someone's been there since I visited. In addition, the 2 barn doors here, there were only old footprints, nothing new. And it's rather muddy. So if you see fresh mud, like footprints there in the mud, that means there's someone there as well. Do you think you could sneak up to that building over there and check and see if those things have happened?
I can give it a go.
Okay.
You want to go on a stealth check, Orly?
Yeah.
I'm just stepping you guys out just so you're
Yeah.
Make a stealth check, Orly.
Wait, have you got anything that could help me here, by the way? Ryan?
I thought I did, but no. Oh wait, yeah,
No.
I do.
Okay.
You have long
I do.
rested, so reset your skill.
I do.
points and
I
stuff,
have
yeah.
enhanced abilities. I can give you. Do you have I can give you advantage on stealth checks the next hour.
Yeah. Let's just do that. Let's be sure in this whole
I
building.
I like being sure. Yeah, I like
Yeah.
being safe.
I think the cat's grace affects both sleight of hand and dexterity. I think so that'd be even better for lockpicking.
Anything dex, yeah.
Anything dex. So anything with dex, you would just
Oh,
have that on.
wow. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Oakley.
You speak some divine words of heaven, and you feel a blessing overtake you, Orly.
So it's just advantage cipher, is it?
Yep.
Just
Advantage on anything on any dex checks.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
You stealth out of the woods, up through the vineyard. You get within 40 feet of the outer wall of the barn. You keep an eye on the track. You don't see any footpaths. You don't see any footprints. As I said, there's stuff drills in the air. It's mostly overcast. Probably not as bright as this. Actually, I can turn on the brightness a little bit because I'm a nerd. What do you do?
How high are the walls? For
The walls are only 6 feet. Sorry, not 6 feet. Only 4 feet tall.
4 feet.
Yeah, they're not like walls like, they're walls like to keep whatever piece of burden gets pulled into here to load stuff into the barn or to keep animals in.
Okay, the windows are all Storm Shutter
Barricaded.
Dial?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I'll have a quick peek my head over the wall because I think it's actually higher than I am still.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
just
Peek your head
make
over
sure
the-
it's empty.
Yeah. You clear light of day. Perception check. There is no one. You can see immediately in front of you. You don't
Okay,
see
I
any
was given a few
footprints.
tasks then. No footprints around where I am currently. I'll go to the stairs over here and see if there's any fresh footprints there.
We look for. Roll me a perception check, please.
Perception, did you say?
Yes, not with advantage because that's
Because I left it
16.
clean.
You did leave it clean. You go and you inspect the stairs, and they look clean. You don't see any more signs of dust or dirt or footprints imprinted on the stairwell. On the
Can I
stairs.
use that perception to put my ear to the door as well?
Sure, I'll allow it. You listen and you listen for a minute or so, and you don't hear any movement at all inside of the barn, either upstairs or downstairs. You don't get the sense of any movement from or vibration.
I'll try the door handle real quick.
The downstairs ones or the ones leading upstairs?
The one's leading upstairs.
It opens.
It opens.
Mhm.
Pop my head in, have a look around.
You pop your head in, you open it, and similar to before, it is 3 dozen beds with high-tiered 3-person functioning bunk beds, and you see like a mess of them that have just like heavy supplies and stuff, and like the bed cloaks or the duvets just thrown over the top of them, covering them, and you smell like rotten fruit from like spoiled wine barrels and spoiled grapes in the far corner.
Does this building have an angled roof?
They would have a sloped roof, like a vertical 45-degree sloped roof, yeah. And you
Is
would
there
have
any
saw.
attic crawl space from that I can see on the
Do you
ceiling?
want to? Do you want to crawl up one of the bunk beds and like get on one of the rafters?
So, sorry. So it's open, is it? Open rafters. There's no like attic kind of thing.
You look up and there is. It's not open. It's actually. Let me think for a second. Yeah, sorry, it would be open rafters, and you can see a little piece of daylight coming through that hole in the ceiling that I mentioned earlier when Hendrik first came here.
Okay.
And you can see like some where white stains of bird droppings have accumulated from the rafters where birds have flew in and nestled over
Got
the
you.
past couple weeks.
Okay, I'm done. I'm done here for the moment. I'll go back outside, down the stairs, and I'll make my way into the barn area. And I want to have a look at the doors that lead into the barn themselves. I believe I was told these were already locked, right?
Yeah, you try one and it's locked.
What kind of locking mechanism does it look like from my side?
A large old-fashioned key. But you look at it with your thief skills check, and you're an established thief. This looks like a pretty well-made lock. And this, how would I put this? Yeah, I mean, this is an important place to keep safe because if people are harvesting, fine grapes or just workwear or tack to have beasts of burden out in the fields, this is valuable stuff that will be stored in here. So that's a pretty well-made lock.
Doesn't look like the key is in the lock on the opposite side.
No, the key is definitely not there.
Okay. Here's what I'm going to try to do initially. Yeah. Most likely going to fail. I'm going to take my Rackmere City rat that I've just acquired and try to explain to him rather badly, I would assume, to look for a key, a big key, and point at and kind of like using the keyhole as a kind of form of cornerstone for my communication for this key.
I'm going to stop you right there.
Yeah.
You have a thieves tools proficiency and you have a thieves tools kit, so you could try to unlock this door with those.
This is very true, but I'm trying to also gain a new asset here as well.
I see.
So
you knew that was an option.
Yeah. I'm gonna end up doing that.
How is the rat going to get into the barn to look for a key?
If there's any way of it crawling in, we can go with that. If not, well then never mind, I guess.
Make an investigation check while you kind of walk around the building, see if there's any holes in the.
Sure thing.
17. North wing or north corner. I'll just drag this up around here. Next on the windowsills, there's about a 2-inch hole under the dirt that you could probably squeeze your. You could.
We'll
go
give it a
adventure-
go. We'll see how it goes. I'm probably gonna lose this damn rat, but whatever.
I'm gonna roll the rat's ability. See if he can dig. Oh, okay. The rat scratches little piece, comes up, and then you see his little tail squiggle, and he goes further and further in the hole and pops through.
Sorry, did you want me to roll animal handling, by the way, before we go any further?
No, you can communicate simple things with beasts.
Okay.
So the rat goes in. And, it thinks it knows what a key is. The rat comes out with a rotten piece of cheese in its mouth about a minute later.
You tried your best. Okay, right. Let's get through. Let's get into this barn. Right. Dex. Advantage. 18.
Tink, 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 tink. Click, click, click. A few buttons, adjustables, and it's not enough.
Shiza.
At least on this lock.
Okay. This lock is the same as the other one.
Yeah, they're both identical. This lock here is pretty much the exact same.
Okay. We'll try the other one. We'll try the other
Yeah.
door, I guess.
Yeah. For the rest of the party, Orly's been gone about 15 minutes so far. Yeah, you can retry it on the other door. 28. 28 is enough, obviously, to open up this door. And the door clicks open with a kind of really, really resounding thud. Yeah. You open up one wing of the door. You see
All right.
what is kind of like some materials, animal tack, old collected barrels where the bottom of the barrel of fruit of grapes has been like left in it. It's kind of like dewy up, and there's like kind of this thickly sweet smell of rotten fruit inside. That's what you smell. And then there's some like pots, like clay pots that probably were like the washing up, like this is like the washing kind of wing of the building, where
Okay.
people like would serve food or like clean themselves or whatever like that. And there's a pitcher of water, so a line of water filling up a little. Oh God, I forgot the fucking word for it. The thing that's outside. Oh my God, I've literally forgot the word for it. A trough. There's a trough of water
Okay,
that
yeah.
is stagnant inside.
Okay. I'll make my way over to the other door, considering there's nothing that catches my eye straight away.
That door is not locked and it opens up.
Okay. I'll
That door
step
opens up.
inside.
You see the remains of like some food scraps on the far table, an old oil lamp, which is smashed in half, and there's like oil leaking over the far table over here. And then there's like again some sickly looking fruit at the bottom of this wicker basket. And these corners here, even though they look like bird nests, Orly, those are all like kind of cracked and spilled over and old barrels which have all been like kind of tipped over long ago. And there's this thick dark green to black kind of hue liquid soaking up the floor all over this corner.
I'll take a closer look at it, see if I can determine what it is, I guess.
You determine that is lamp oil. It
It's
is
just
James-
lamp oil, look.
It's just lamp oil that soaked this whole kind of corner here of the wing of the building.
Okay. Alright, okay. Just it seems this place seems okay, I guess. It's just old.
Yeah. Gonna
Um
close everything up.
yeah. I do remember Hendrik saying he kinda covered his track, so maybe I'm actually going to try and do the same thing. Is there like a brush, kind of any kind of sweeping brush in?
There would be a brush in here, yeah.
I'll utilize that, and
I'll tell you what, Orly, you brushing would actually make more of a sign of you being in here than just,
would it?
because it's Yeah, because there's a layer of dust and stuff like that. And if you actually go and start sweeping, it probably look like someone's been in here more recently than. But you can try and stealth your way. I imagine you've been pretty delicate coming in here anyway.
Yeah. Okay.
I've been stomping around and like crushing, pieces of fruit under your boot, probably walking around it. So I'll give you that respect.
Okay. Fair enough. I'd say I've been gone, 25 minutes?
20 minutes, yeah.
20 minutes? I'll make my way back over to the party. Well, I can't lock that door, can I? So
No, I don't have a key.
I don't have a key. Yeah, I didn't bother looking for a key either. It's fine. We'll be fine. I'm sure there's nothing to be worried about. I'll make my way back to the party.
All right. After 25 minutes, Orly rejoins you guys in the wood 250 feet away from this abandoned barn.
Seems empty enough. Yeah, there's just rotten fruit inside the barn and spilled lamp oil, but other than that, I think we're fine. No new fresh footprints. It's been derelict almost.
Okay.
Sounds good.
We got about 12 hours till the point in time. They're probably going to show up for the meeting before that. Why don't each of us take let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Why don't each of us take a 2-hour watch, and then we'll switch to the next person. Just keep an eye on the building and see who arrives. That sound good to everyone else?
Sure.
Yep.
Right. Are you actually long resting, or are you just taking watches? I don't think can you long rest so quickly?
We
No,
can't
it's
long
been
rest.
too close
we
to the
can't.
long
We
rest,
can't
so-
long rest. Yeah, we're just short rest and hanging around.
Okay, I see. All right. I don't mind the order people roll in. So you want to do like 5? You want to do what? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. You want to do 10 hours of watches?
Yeah.
Everyone rolls a perception check. Oh, okay.
Sure thing.
I think that we should do a wisdom saving throw to not fall asleep. Because if it's perception, it's just perception to see if people show up, which should be pretty obvious when people show up.
Okay, who doesn't have dark vision in our party actually?
I do not.
I only have dark
Okay.
vision at 60 feet, and they're like 250 feet out.
Okay, now the only reason why I mentioned that is whoever doesn't have dark vision take first watch, I suppose, whilst
Yeah.
it's light of day.
Yeah, that's true.
Whoever has the best sight would probably be the last on watch.
Hmm.
I am not that good at it. Who has who? Let's metagame. I have 5 perception.
I think you're the most perceptive person in the party, to be honest.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I
Okay,
feel like
I'll
I've
go.
got-
I'll go last.
Yeah, I have 5 perception as well.
Yeah, because when we get to like the 10 o'clock, it's a new moon. When we get to like hell, even if we get to like 9 o'clock, we're not gonna be able to see the place, but we will be able to see if there's any lanterns or anything like
Yeah.
that. And we'll be able to hear horses, maybe. I'll take last watch if that's okay with people.
Right. I imagine Thorik's going first.
I'll go first, yeah. So, would
go
you
for it.
like me
Roll
to roll?
perception check. Yeah, perception check. 17. Your allies rest. You take 2 hours of watch. A few buzzards fly overhead. A few crows. Nearby, badger, which has been out too long, snuggles back to their burrow about 80 feet away from where you guys have pitched up in the wood and sinks back into his hole. That's about it. It is a drizzly day. Cloudy.
Not to take the reins again. I mean, well, I guess yeah, to take the reins again. Now's a really good time if people want to have conversations with each other because we're just sitting around in the fucking woods for 10 hours.
Yeah.
Like,
Very true.
Lyranok. And yeah, Hendrik wants
Sorry,
to talk
yes.
to Lyranok. Oh, it was actually is Toxic still fucked?
Yo, what's up, Panzer?
Oh yeah,
I
he
think
is
he's not.
very. Yeah, yeah.
If we have a
So-
conversation, would that be feasible, Toxie? I don't know what your situation is like.
We'll find out if I get cut off. Because my internet will be swearing, and I'll probably be messaging a giant cuss word in Discord.
Okay, well, okay. I mean, well, Lurnock and Torkel and Orly are sitting around waiting for 2 hours for Thorax watch to be over. So everyone knows how old I am. How old is everyone else here? Because Lurnock, I know you're not human. I don't actually know how old you are. How old are you, Lurnock?
I am 140 odd years old. Frankly, I think I'm approaching towards the end of my life, really.
Really? You look fine.
Asimar, we do not show our age in quite the same way. Some believe it is the blessing of divine blood, but we tend to live just shy of 200 years.
I took you for a much younger man.
People often do when you look like this, but
Usually
I
after the
have-
first 100 years, people stop being quite so optimistic.
well, perhaps in my case, it is more the opposite way around as it happened. I was a different person when I was younger.
Different how? Were you a criminal?
Perhaps not in other people's eyes, but I have come to see that maybe what I did was wrong. I was not a criminal. I was a soldier. I fought in the last war with Tearland. There is a lot of blood on my hands. I have killed great many people, more than I can atone for. So I've decided to spend the rest of my life after that trying to make good on the suffering that I caused, suffering that I inflicted on other people.
I didn't know you were in the last war. That was quite a ways away, but I guess for you it was in the time frame. I had some experience there too, but I wasn't a soldier like yourself.
I
I think I understand.
was a soldier or a knight in the Order of the Unbreakable. We were the vanguard in many a mission. We broke lines, we took lives, we killed whatever was in front of us. We didn't question it. We just did. And it wasn't until that time I thought I was doing what was right, what was just. And then I saw the way they looked at me. I couldn't be that person anymore.
And now you're trying to stop that on an individual scale.
I do not bemoan that sometimes killing can be necessary, that taking a life can be needed and it can reduce harm. But what we were then, what I was, it wasn't even something that was noteworthy. Do you know what that is? For taking a life to mean so little? How is that not being a monster? How is it any different than what we were fighting against? You asked if I was a criminal. No. I was something far worse. I was a butcher. And now I've seen in too many people that killing, taking a life, it is their first response to anything. To not even to, for people to not be given the chance to change, to be better than what they were than what they are. That is what I think is most wrong. That when people simply take that life, it is not just taking what it is, taking all the possibilities, it's taking what might be, all the good that can become of them. I do not wish to be that person anymore.
It appears that we're on opposite paths then. I started as a follower of Nimella. And I don't want to start a fight or a debate on philosophy, but I saw inaction and I wanted to do action. How long have you been on this new path of yours? How many decades?
Let me check. Sorry, if I recall, the last war was around 100 odd years ago, wasn't it, Cypher?
Yeah, 1480. And it lasted until I think 1494, so well over 100 years ago now. It was the Third War.
Yeah, so he's probably been like 10 decades or so.
Well, that is a long time to hold the path, and it seems that you are on it for the proper and good.
He'll just sort of nod a little bit, and then he actually kind of closes back in a little bit. Also, in case people haven't noticed, he doesn't have his sword anymore, by the way. Sword
I
is
haven't
gone.
noticed.
Yeah, the sword that he has been carrying pretty much on his back constantly is gone.
Yeah.
But
Does Lurnok have a weapon on him?
he has his. Yeah, I have his. Lennox has his quarterstaff.
Oh, okay.
The quarterstaff. Which, by the way, yeah, you've never seen him actually use that great sword. He's taken it out to clean it every night, but
Okay. Hendrik thinks that he shouldn't breach the subject about the sword right now. But yeah. And Torkel, how about you? How old are you?
Are you asking Matthew that?
The
Sorry?
John.
I think.
Torkel, how old are
I
you?
am the late the hundreds, 172 years old. Give or take. It's hard to keep count.
Yeah, after the first 100, they stopped really mattering.
It's more of a feeling than a number.
I see. So how about you, Torkel? How do you find yourself here? I know you had your
Yeah.
teacher, but
Yes. I believe that after you study, you eventually want to do. And so I find myself wandering and returning to all places to see if I can help. But with Nathaniel's death, it brought me to Ragnar and then to you, to a group of people who have hidden depths, it seems.
if you don't mind me asking, maybe too personal of a question. Why, if you are, I believe, an architect and a mason, and you handled yourself well in combat, I will be the first to say that. But, well, here we are doing essentially police work instead. Wouldn't you rather be building buildings?
Of course, I would rather be building buildings, but people are not always afforded the first choice that they want in life. It is anathema to me to have discovered what we have discovered and not pursue it to the point where I am satisfied that I have the answers.
Oh,
I
so
think
this.
that
Sorry.
I think that each person here, well, it definitely Virenok, perhaps you said that sometimes they understand that what they would want to do is not necessarily what they have to do. And so most people find a pull or sometimes a push towards certain paths. And that is the way of the world. Maybe it's fate, maybe it's an inherent desire to make yourself feel there. I think that for me, it is important to give back to the people who have gave to me. And so after learning of Nathaniel's issues, it wouldn't be possible just to leave it there and return to building what I want to build.
And Torkel and Lyranok, you both knew each other before you met me, right?
No, I have known
No?
Thorik for some time. He is a very brilliant student and he is always working hard, and I am
That's
proud
right.
to know him, but I do not know Lirenok, nor do I know Orly.
Right, you and Thorik, that's right, now I remember.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. And then Orly, I feel like I know literally nothing about you.
Not much to say, really.
I I literally don't know anything about you. Which god do you worship? Do you worship a god? Are you
I do, yeah.
from this country?
I do. I worship a few. I hold some of them in high esteem, others in less amount, but
I understand.
I follow Baldre quite closely, strictly.
That's good to know.
Um,
Just in life for the experience then?
pretty much.
Well, I
Pretty
hope that
much.
you're getting the experience here with us. It's unusual.
Yeah.
Okay, DM. I think we're all
Yeah.
set.
Hendrik is confused as to why everybody wants to sign up and help figure out a cult.
All right. Okay. Sorry. I rolled there. Sorry for both. Obviously.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, so I think for Hendrik, you question people for, or he's definitely side skidding your questions.
Yeah. But I don't get like, hold on, I'm gonna do insight. I don't get any negative like danger from feelings from him, right?
No, I would
Okay.
say
Put into perspective, Ron. I rolled a
Yeah.
2 on deception, so.
Okay.
yeah.
Is he a cultist, DM? I need to know this.
He with the 22, well, it'd be insight, not investigation, Ryan. With him, you sense that there's something greatly intense that he is thinking about and has always been on Orly's mind. You might not say know much about him, but Orly is a fastidious, to the point person, and he has not revealed to anybody yet. what his intentions are, wider than helping what your current goals are. But he does seem to have a keen interest in dragons. That's what you're able to pick up on.
He's actually a dragon. He's actually a dragon. He's even far, but whatever.
World's smallest dragon.
They can be as small as they want.
Hendrik says out of nowhere, speaking of dragons, we have the two that we know of. The smaller one who gave, I believe, Torkel a shield. No,
Correct.
Thork a shield.
Yeah, Thoric has the shield.
And the other one, which we have been motivated to murder. We had a debate about morality of taking an object from the first dragon. I've thought it about a bit, and to be fair, I'm not a particularly big fan of dragons in any way, shape, or form. I
Hey.
hate them. This is why I'm having this conversation with Thork away. I would like to propose that after we murder the second dragon, we exterminate the first as well.
Wait,
While
what is the
I
difference?
know
Why
Lyranok
are
does
we
not.
murdering the second one, but exterminating the first?
Okay, well, we're gonna exterminate the second one and then murder the first, whichever you prefer. I know that Lyranok does not like the idea of
Murder.
fighting murder,
Mindless slaughter.
mindless slaughter. However, I don't think that he can argue against the evil of those beings.
I think I can argue this.
Yes,
You believe
okay, I suppose
they...
Lyranok can argue against. Okay.
What is it about them that says that they cannot be good? That they cannot do good? That they must be evil just because of what they are born as?
In the hypothetical, nothing. In reality, in 100, 200 years, they're eating people and conquering towns and burning villages. I don't think that's worth the risk, of which the odds are very strongly in the favor of them continuing to be evil.
So you believe that just because someone is possibly a threat, that they should be killed?
I will take the path that has the least innocent dead people.
Even if that involves you being the one to kill said innocent people?
Yes. It's a classic.
Holy shit.
The classic.
He said innocent people.
Lernok is
It's
actually...
the classic
Yeah.
carriage problem where do you let multiple people die, or do you take the action and kill the one person with the carriage?
Or maybe we try not to kill anyone at all.
Well, this is why we're having this conversation, Lyranok. Out of
So-
respect, I'm bringing it up now instead of at the threshold of the dragons. I know what Thork would say.
I think that the idea that these dragons are capable of good is, as Hendrik says, it's hypothetical. We have seen from their actions that they wish to promulgate some kind of cult in relation to their forebear. Now, I understand that necessarily we may not have to kill them, but something has to be done. Fire is useful for heating a room and creating food, but it burns, and if left untended, it can kill and maim. These dragons are not like dwarves or men or elves, where they live in a society that tries to get along with one another. Which are contained units. They are looking to impose themselves upon the rest of the world, from what we have been told. We have to go there and we have to see and we have to take stock. And we have to listen and we have to judge, but they may have the propensity to perform good, but I do not know if we have the power to influence that decision. sometimes you have to accept that these depths remain untapped, and you cannot do anything to make them better than they already are. If we were to allow every wild beast to simply roam just because it may provide succor or may help someone, then we would be treading on eggshells all the time.
As judging creature, they can decide how they act, but we must give them the opportunity for more. No one, nothing, is born good and evil and have that be an irrevocable part of them. They can choose to do otherwise. Perhaps they do not live in the society where it cooperates with us because people are too busy trying to kill them for what they are.
I don't think that that's the case. We have given concessions to Oh, my memory gets
Yeah, that is the issue. I thought we
worse
have
and worse
agreed.
every year.
I thought we agreed to kill the second dragon.
No.
No,
We
No,
told-
you guys agreed to go and kill the dragon.
Well, what we
Okay,
did
okay.
was we told the first dragon
agreed
that
to
we
go and
would
investigate.
that we'd
Okay.
go and take a look.
Lurnak, I have a
Correct.
proposition for you then. How about this? We will go to the place of the second dragon, and we will observe. He is an older dragon, and therefore he's had more time to commit evil, which my heart tells me he certainly has. We will go and see if he has committed evil. We will look for evidence of that. If he has, will slaying him then be appropriate for you?
I would rather avoid slaying at all possible. I will admit that there might be some lines which cannot be crossed, and the only redemption possible for them is death. But it should not be our first assumption and our first option. It should always be our last resort. They are powerful creatures. They could do much to help if brought into the fold.
Ernak, I gave you something actionable. If we go there and we find they've committed evil, what do you propose? That we
What?
talk to them?
Possibly.
Okay.
Who knows how many deaths could have been averted if people just spoke to one another. We
have
fought
spoken to
entire wars.
Arvazir has created an agreement with this area. They have engaged in them in talks. The idea that they have not given some kind of leeway to these dragons is patently false. I'm sorry, Leonlock, I do not agree. There is a line that has to be met. We cannot leave these people to be prey to creatures just because we want to speak to them multiple times. If we go to them and talk to them and they have committed any acts of sins, then there has to be an action. We cannot simply let them exist just because there is the propensity for them to do good, despite not having the power to force them down that route.
If they are actively pursuing evil and refuse even the idea of change, I don't think there's much else we can do but remove them.
We wonder why people are so hesitant to change. Do what you will. I can
Thoric is
see
like,
how you're
I'm
not changing your minds here.
I'm taking my watch early, guys. I need a break from Lurnak.
yeah, because Thoric is like, but isn't this basically what you, well, like what Leonok is saying, where if they're doing evil and refuse to change from evil,
It
then
entirely depends on the evil. Because you're
going to have a problem.
You're
defining
talking to
what
someone who
evil is.
You're talking to someone who's killed a lot of people. He's been evil, at least in his mind.
Yeah, in his mind, whereas in the annals of history, he was a
Yes.
great angelic warrior.
So this is
Oh,
entirely a
Looking for
perception
bravery.
thing. He is
Yeah.
perceived
Yeah,
his self-esteem is in the fucking self-destructive category.
I think
it's hard to reason with someone who believes that like
Correct.
everything is
I am not
the ability to be good is the choice that people will take actively,
correct.
especially when in this setting there's definitely things that are programmed to be more dangerous and destructive. But it's interesting. It's interesting. It's very
believes that nature is something that can be changed.
Maybe
very
we should
informal
think
by
about
George Orwell.
the current issue in front of us rather than the dragon that is roughly about 200 miles away.
Oh yeah, I think we're just shooting the shit until we see
Yeah.
indication that someone is around.
Yeah, I'm going to watch early. Yeah, I'll just walk away.
Make a perception check. Yeah. Make a
I
perception
started this shit and then I immediately.
Yeah. Classic debate tactic.
Tell me your secrets so I can abuse you with them.
12. Animals, your allies, an agitated look on Leonok's face when you return to camp 2 hours later. It is now midday. Well, not midday, but 2:30. So we've got another 3 hours.
Leonard, why don't you take the next watch?
Sure.
Another 2
Leonard
hours
tries
goes
to keep
by.
watch. He is still very much distracted.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah, that's
Norlin?
fair. And then hold on during Lernok's thing, I'm gonna confront Orly in a friendly way. And
Okay.
You're gonna confront. Okay.
so Orly,
In a friendly
what do you think about the? I mean, I know that it was our conversation an hour and a half ago, but I didn't hear a lot from you. What is your position on slaying both the dragons?
Happy enough to follow the group. To be honest, I've gone through Thorik's book, and if anything, I'd be a little concerned about the extent of power this second dragon might have, if anything.
I'm concerned as well. Yeah, I think
Um,
we can. I think it's still feasible though.
in regards to the nature of dragons and Lyranok's concerns, I find it hard to agree with his views. I think historically and just by nature itself, they're set in their ways. I know there's many different types of dragons. I'm not too well versed with all of the dragons. I'm not a connoisseur of dragons. However, I've been told the name of the mother dragon of the area, and I think we can all agree that that dragon is not a good dragon, and anything under that dragon's name is probably going to follow suit. So
Okay, I'm glad to have your support in this. I do respect Lernok's opinion though.
I think
well-
Lyranok is at war with himself more than any of us, to be honest.
Yeah, but 100 years, a century of being on a very difficult path. I think we should still listen to him. Maybe he's right. That's why I brought up
Absolutely.
early, is we have time to talk about it and figure out which is the right path, because I might be wrong. Thork, you have any issue killing dragons? Oh, he's away. He's asleep.
Hello.
Hey,
Morning.
Some dragons are fine.
not all dragons. Yeah, no, not all dragons. Just, do you have any issue killing a dragon?
Sean's dabbing, but no. If they're causing harm, if their continued if a dragon's continued existence is going to be nothing but mayhem and despair, I see no reason no reason not to intervene.
Okay, that's a very reasonable position to take. I'm just glad there's nothing in particular standing in the way. Anything unreasonable.
Yeah.
Okay, what the fuck is FTDPSNI?
Fuck the dragons. Police service number that.
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Right.
I'm gonna go to sleep. You guys figure out
with
the rest of the watches.
all of this, let's do the final couple watches for the last couple hours before whatever midnight action is going to take place.
Yeah.
And we can take a little break. Who's next? I think it's Orly. Then
There you go.
Okay, Orly. So we are getting into the 6 o'clock. Slight airs, darkness of clouds, and you see nothing from your vantage point 250 feet away from the barn. Final watch of, I think, Thoric. I think it's Thoric.
I was the
Well,
first.
Thork doesn't have dark.
First.
Thork doesn't have dark. I can take another watch.
I
I'm
can take a
fine.
watch. I've not taken a watch.
Yeah,
I
go
only.
for it.
The party doesn't know it, but I only need to sleep for 4 hours.
I can
Just
take a
because
watch.
you hated
I'm
that
happy
in
to
your
take a watch.
campaign.
None of you guys are actually like,
Because like there
out.
was one person in his entire campaign that did have to take a full rest.
Gets to. You hear the dust
Yeah, fuck you
spells
guys.
ringing back from Rakmir, signaling the sign of darkness approaching. And Torkel. As darkness is coming, but as you finish your watch, there's still the dull kind of greyish light in the air. You do not see anything on your watch while you watch the barn. And now it is about another half an hour away until actual darkness. It will be a dark night tonight, as there is a new moon fading.
Fuck, I'm celebrating a
All
bold
right.
campaign. Oh, that shit killed me.
All
Okay.
So we've
No,
not seen anything yet, so nobody's showed up.
Nobody has shown up at this barn.
And
Darkness
what
is
time is
just
it?
first arrived. It
they
is
said
about
midnight or
8:30.
so. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
You're
we
still
still
about
got 4 hours.
3.5 hours away.
Yeah, we could take.
Hmm.
All right, let's take a quick 10-minute break here, guys.
Yeah, sounds
Cool.
good.
Sick. I'm gonna watch the. Okay.
Okay, be
That was
right
some
back.
excellent RP. Yeah. Well,
Excited.
is everyone black? Shall we get the D&D before we start talking about politics?
No, I'm having fun.
I think Orly's away.
Let me explain the milk war first,
let's
guys.
get back into the game.
I do.
We can talk
Can we
about it
hear?
after.
Can we hear the
God
milk war first?
damn
No.
it.
Oh, we hear at
Alright.
the end. It's okay. We'll hear at the end.
We'll save it
Let's
for
play
next week.
Yeah, let's play D&D.
If there is a next week.
He's gonna
Because
go
Trump will
nuclear
ban
that
D&D.
fast.
Yeah.
He's banned the internet, guys.
Ban the internet. He's going to put tariffs in Dungeons and Dragons, guys.
Gonna put tariffs on megabytes.
Yeah. All right. So fading back in, you guys are 250 feet from the barn in the start of a wild tree line and some cypress and oak trees. And it is drizzling, it is rainy, darkness is starting to sweep in. What do you guys want to do?
Follow the lead of the cop.
So, watches don't exist in this world. How do we know when it's midnight?
People are very good at judging from the stars.
Fair enough.
The moon's in the center
And
of the sky.
the bells that ring from the city.
Fair enough.
So,
Then nothing suspicious has happened yet. Therefore, I
No.
shall sit and wait until the appropriate time for me to do the meeting.
Okay.
Let's see. Wait a visit at the outskirts of town. Abandoned worker lodge 900 paces from the. I hope we have the right building.
You do.
Would not be
It's
the
actually
first time.
850 paces away.
Would
You're at the
not-
wrong building.
Yeah, we paced 900 paces to the east. In fact, we should have paced 900 paces to the west.
East?
I'll
I
tell you what,
thought you meant
it's-
west.
It's
No, I
not
think
going to be the
we
first time that
used
shit has
all
happened.
these paces, so we're like a third of the way there.
Is that Imperial feet or Helion feet? How far
Okay,
is it?
guys.
Is it Dragonborn feet or gnome feet or?
I'm going to go in there, and I'm going to charisma the hell out of whoever's waiting in that building for me. If things go bad, I'm going to cast the fog cloud, and then you're going to see a bunch of fire shoot off. You see that? Come running. Everyone understood?
Yes.
Wish me luck.
Good luck.
Okay.
Scrooge
And
can
I
wait
will.
until that.
Yeah, well, yeah. This conversation happened like at midnight. Nothing's happened yet. Like, okay, well, I'm gonna go.
Hmm. Okay.
Or quote unquote the dead of night. And I will walk across the field. Like, I guess putting on a show of
Okay.
stealth.
You can make a stealth check if you think that's
Yeah.
what you want to do. Okay.
But yeah, that's about right.
All right. Let me. Where's Hendrik? There he is. We'll just. How can I do this? Nope. 1 second. Click, 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 and Hendrik goes here. All right, Hendrik. As you approach, you see the faint shimmer of candlelight on the first floor
Wait,
from
we
the
didn't
gaps
see
of
that.
glass.
We didn't see that shit while we were. Okay.
Storm shutters. It's very difficult to see from the windows.
Yeah.
It's very
Oh,
thin gap.
fair. Yeah.
And we're talking very faint, like a whisper of light.
Okay.
You see that in a second. Obviously, alerting that's where the meeting would take place.
Okay. I will go up the stairs
Mm-hmm.
to the first floor,
Mm-hmm.
and I will knock on the door.
You knock on the door. There is no response, but you do hear some like foot stirring inside, like someone else moves the balance on the floorboard near. Creak.
Oh, to be clear, I left my wig with the party. I'm clearly an elf.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay.
I leave it to Thoric. This is yours
All
if I die, Thoric.
right. He has a wig. All right. So do you want to open the door?
Yes.
You see the same room before you, except standing beside a candle at the back half of the room is a humanoid shape, is a man. They turn to face you. You see that they have their face. I'll just do shift. As a control Z. Oh God, what have I done here? Sorry, I know what I've just done. Well, you see a man who has their face garbed. Standing about maybe just about 5'10", clearly looking in like in stealthy robes, uh, in a black shawl cloak. Um, they're standing like close to the candlelight. They have a utensil belt of like some rope, some other pieces of metal. You do not see them visibly armed, and they look at eyes with you, and they kind of gesture for you to come inside, like just tilt their head backwards to say to come in.
I take my hat off respectfully, and I step inside and pull the door closed behind me.
Yeah, move your token to wherever we want to be.
And
And
I
closes
guess
behind
I
you.
just lean against the furniture here and wait to
Mhm.
see what happens.
The two of you stare at each other for a minute goes by, and then 2 minutes, and 3 minutes, and then you hear coming up the stairs and another pair of footsteps coming up the stairs.
I will get out of the way of the stairwell and hang out by this window here.
Okay. You see a man approach, their face unmasked, a bald head with a big scar on it. I'll just move him inside. He walks into the door, steps inside. He is dry. He steps in and sees the two of you. It is the man who gave you the letter in the first place, the stern man who you sat down with, who gave you this letter.
Right.
He steps in. Good. Glad the two of you were able to make it. Takes a few more steps in. Has a sniff. Kind of rubs some snot off his nose. Well, I'll keep this brief. You've achieved all that has been asked of you. You've been ready and devout and it has now come time to fulfill your full purpose. And he kind of looks between the two of you. Our commander has no further need of the two of you.
Uh,
Do you react at all?
I just want to make clear. I typed that thing. I didn't want to interrupt, but
Yeah.
before he said, "I'm going to kill you," essentially,
Yeah.
I have the scroll of fog in my pocket, and I just sort of have my hand half my pocket with my like pointer finger on the scroll.
I see. Okay. The other figure in the room kind of lowers their face mask and says, "This is ridiculous. How hard I've worked to ascend the organization, and you're going to reward my efforts with this." And he just kind of does a slight head tilt and then looks at you. Anything for you to say?
So, are we being fired then? Is there some sort of severance package?
In a sense, yes, you're going to be fired. And he looks around and says, "Umbral, always. You might have use of your bodies." And you watch as he turns to walk out the room, and from the top of his, like literally the back of his head down to his shoulders, his body just falls into maggots that just slowly turn into dust, and he just disappears. Can you roll a perception check for me, please, Hendrik?
Sure, but we're gonna roll initiative, right? Or am I just dead? Perception 14. Woo!
14. Hendrik, as he takes 5 steps, his body dissipates and these bulbous blue and red maggots just fall to the floor, and I was like thud on the floorboards, and his form just disappears. The bed beside you, the mass of debris starts to stir. You hear a dull as you see a gnarled, bony, pus-filled finger kind of reach out over the garb and start to remove itself from the bedding, and then another, and another, and another, as creatures of the night. This is utterly spine-chilling to you, Hendrik. There has not been a documented case of necromancy within the Concord for over 200 years, and yet there are corpses writhing and moving in debris. You realize in this sense the smell that what you thought was rotten food was instead corpses.
I thought the rotting wine barrel smell was odd, because why would a vineyard leave fucking wine here? God damn it.
And I'm just going to unmask those creatures, and then we will roll initiative. The
3 days
other
late. This would have been a great Halloween one.
Everyone else can see this map, right?
No,
No,
only you
yes.
can see it. But they are 250 feet away. Don't worry, I've done the math.
I just don't want
yeah,
people to sit out and not
I'll
have a
add
chance
them
to
in. I'll
watch
drag them in.
me get murdered.
Yeah, I'll drag them in. So okay. How do I do this? Sorry. 1 second. Oh, I see. Well, there we go. Grand. You're all there. So Hendrik, we're going to use the different rules for initiative. So it's just disadvantage on your initiative roll.
Hold on. I came into this repeatedly saying this might be an ambush.
You have an action,
and I
You're
am.
going to cast. That's your held action.
Well, no, I'm not gonna use the fog, because these things. I don't think they use eyes. But anyways, I'm just okay. Never mind. I just was making the argument that like it's not an ambush. It's not like a surprise, because this whole thing just smelled bad.
Yeah,
But
both of you.
I'll roll initiative. Am I rolling with
roll
disadvantage? Okay.
I'll say because you were so alert, probably not. Then
I
You
think
weren't
probably for the
off.
rest of us, we'd be at disadvantage because we don't know when something's going
Yeah,
to happen.
well, you haven't seen anything yet.
Yeah.
You haven't saw any sign of anything being wrong.
I would like to use inspiration for that initial roll.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Roll again.
Fuck you.
You do have an 8. All right. have I got all of them? Oh, there's 2 more, I think. That one needs to go to token, and that one needs to go to token. Is that one in the token there? Yeah, they're all in the token there. Perfect. All right, so these creatures, they all rise out of bed, falling like literally crawling away. Some of them on the 3rd tier of the bunk bed, boom, splat. An eyeball, like as it smacks head against the ground, the eyeball falls out of its socket, raises its head and looks at you, Hendrik, as the rest of the eyeball is stuck to the floor and just a long string of slime and black pus from where the
Gross.
head is connected. Let's roll initiative for these creatures. Oh wow, they rolled an 18. They rolled a natural 20 on their initiative, all of them. All right.
These things
I'm
are
going
as
to play.
agile as I am.
I'm going to play combat music just as a heads up. For you
Oh,
who's
they
recording.
all get a fucking okay.
I already
Yes.
I was
have
hoping that
the
each of
audio
them would
turned to
roll
0.
individually.
No, that'd be a mess to keep track of. They're all just going to go.
Oh, they're gonna dogpile me. Fuck.
So
Well, if
these
you have the
two
shield
here,
spell,
these two technically they're up. So this one can only get to here. This one moves to here, and this one moves to here. That crawling across the floor. Some of them are missing their legs. Some of them are missing their arms. And they just like do this meaty, pus-filled, just crawl, dragging slime like a snail trail of debris and body mess. These bodies have been sitting here for months, awaiting whatever command they've just been given. All right. They don't have pack tactics, so don't worry, Ryan. You're not going to get pack tactics. But 3 of these creatures have a slam attack. I'm going to make the public rolls. They don't have advantage against you, Ryan, but 3 of these creatures are going to attempt to hit you with their fists. Okay?
Yep. Bring on the crits.
1,
Miss.
2,
Hit.
3. I think a 20
Miss.
only hits, right? Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Cool. Playing music.
That's 3 damage. I'll fucking
3
take it.
damage. So 2 of them come in, try to grab your legs, and as you're kind of kicking them off, the last one kind of crawls up and over the mid bunk of the bed, and then wraps his hand around your neck and kind of crushes your windpipe for a second before you elbow him in the jaw and punch him off.
Okay.
That's going to be 4 attacks on the spy. 1, that's a hit. 2, that's a miss. 3, that's a miss. 4. So 1 hit for 3 points of damage to the other guy. Okay. All right. It is the agent's turn, and because it was his turn, he needs to make a Constitution saving throw, which he critically succeeds. All right. Okay. So you didn't see a weapon on him, but from his left hand, just a thin needle-like weapon, a dagger, like pops out, and he grabs it in his hand and then attempts to just bury it in some of the brains of the creatures to his left and right. So with his needle blade, just boom. Okay, needle attack, 16 hits, and then same creature, needle attack, 19 hits. That is for a total of 11 points of damage. Okay, so that creature is hit, and he's going to use a bonus action, make an unarmed weapon attack against the creature to its south, and like basically stab that one in the side of the head, try and kill it, and then do like a spin kick and kick the one behind him for a natural 20. For wow, that's a lot of damage. That's 13, and then yeah, okay, great. All right, Hendrik, it is now your turn. What do you do?
Okay, I'm gonna cast a spell, and I'm
Uh-huh.
gonna empower it.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if I have to declare it ahead of time.
You should do.
you do not.
When you roll for damage,
cool.
that's when you.
Yeah, you declare it after seeing it.
I'm gonna use this spell,
Mhm.
Shatter.
Mhm.
I'm not casting it at the zombies though. I'm casting it. This is an old rickety wooden building with a barn underneath it. I
Mhm.
figure I can use this against the flooring and
Uh-huh.
collapse it out underneath the zombies.
Yeah.
Now it has a 10-foot. Is it 10-foot radius? 10-foot radius.
Yeah.
So if I cast it here, it would just hypothetically destroy the floor where 3 of these zombies are occupied.
Yeah, I'll just get a token. Hold on, change layer, token. You want it like that? 10.
That's not a radius. That's 5-foot diameter, or that's a 10-foot
okay.
diameter. It's a
10 down.
radius. It's just right here, dude.
All right, okay. Why won't it let me select? Well, I can make it bigger. Like that.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, perfect.
I'm gonna
Set.
cast Shatter, and
Uh-huh.
here's the great thing: it creates a loud ringing noise, so my partners should be able to hear it.
Yeah. All right, okay. So you cast the spell, boom, a large thunder. I'm just going to look up the AC and the HP of this floor.
Sure thing.
Now,
I remember
we
it's an old. It's
It's a
an
are
old
we
pretty
shitty one.
sure that's Hendrik? He said fire.
Yeah, I think that's not the
AC.
signal, guys. We should stay here.
Right, it's AC.
He was quite adamant that it was going to be smoke and fire.
Thanks, guys.
Fragile.
I appreciate it.
Right, so, sorry, I'm just doing some quick maths. That is 5, 10. All right, okay.
If I had true friends, they would have just assumed that I would fuck up and be already on their way to help me.
All right, okay. Spell, do your damage, and I'll roll the con saves to the 3 zombies. On
Okay.
top one, bottom one, and then the one in directly in front of you.
This is gonna have extra damage because I'm empowered, but I'm gonna do that second. How do I fucking roll a spell, guys? I'm gonna cast it as a 3rd level spell.
Wow.
Fuck.
Okay. Yeah. Fuck him. Oh shit.
26. Do you
7.
even need us?
I'm not going to actually. I'm not going to. I'm not going to use empower spell. Hold on. Don't say shit yet.
Dude,
first,
you
though.
like 5 is your low number there. I think you're good.
Yeah, I'm looking at. Hold on.
The other thing is, when at other times today will you be using your sorcery points?
That you can use them to get spell slots back.
It's DC 11.
So that is only
Okay.
one sorcery point.
Yeah, I'm gonna just let that shit happen.
Well,
Let's see. Sorry, so that's 26 points of damage.
mhm.
All right. So the two zombies, the one immediately north of you and the one beside that. So those two basically they just explode. And so what you see, you're watching the house. Hendrik goes in, and within maybe 2 minutes later, the house just explodes, and there's just debris flying out to the northern wall away from you guys. You hear a low cracking and breaking just echo through the entire valley in front of you. Both these creatures are immediately destroyed. The last one, because of its zombie resilience, still stays alive. However, Hendrik, this floor just just crumbles everywhere, and I'll drag you to the first floor. And just
Well,
put you
am
there.
I on the first floor though? Because
The entire fucking floor just crumbles and cracks,
in-
and it all just bursts.
yeah, no, I understand. I was trying to be precise with a explosion.
Yeah, I know what you
Yeah.
were trying to do, but
Oh, no,
the
yeah,
amount
no,
of damage. So
I agree.
each floorboard had 4 hit points, and you said, bah, 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 and just cracked, and just you make a dexterity saving throw to see if you land on your feet or you fall prone.
Dexterity saving throw.
Pass,
Fuck
fail.
you, really? Okay, let's do it.
Yeah. You fail. You land prone. Just kidding.
Anyone,
DC
give
5.
me. Okay, I was gonna say.
DC 5. Don't worry.
Does it wipe out that wall as well?
The wall. No, the wall still stays put, but
Okay.
the floor goes. So you're actually separated from the other individual.
Okay.
All right, so that creature is prone. That's the bottom one. And is the spy prone? Dexterity saving throw. They've got a +6. Yeah, they're fine. All right, okay, Hendrik, that is your turn. Any bonus actions?
Pray. That's it.
Pray. All right. Hendrik, start of initiative. You're actually in this room. You didn't know this was going to happen. This room that you've fallen into, the room of barrels and light and everything like that. You see as you land in here that in fact this room there's a small candlelight which is caught onto all of the soaked in lamp oil into the bottom floor, and the small ember starting to spread. You didn't do that. Okay. These two creatures are going to attack you. No advantage, just 14 and a 9. I think the 14 hits you. 5?
Yeah, my AC's pretty shit. Yep.
All right. Bam. Just so basically, one of these creatures kind of falls on top of you. Even as it does, it just kind of sinks its bone-like elbow into your left thigh, and it gets in about like a quarter of an inch, and then you like quickly rip it out and kick it away. 3 attacks on the spy. 1, miss, 2, hit for 5. And then finally
The
a 3.
initiative table has disappeared for me.
Oh, sorry. That is my fault.
There it
you go.
is.
So now that's for another 3. So that is. All right.
And
Okay.
at this point, the party's running, right?
Oh, absolutely. So I have. So now you guys, I take it everyone just started running, right?
Yeah.
No, I think
You-
we can just leave him to die, right? I think.
You guys will get here in 3 rounds.
How dare he
disagreed
disagree
with
with
me.
me? How dare he disagree with me? He deserves to die.
Yeah, you guys will get here in 3 rounds.
I might actually be able to make it quicker.
You might
Oh,
get
he's
that. You're going to get there in 2 early because you can go faster.
All right, Sanic, calm down.
Gotta go fast.
Right. That's all the creatures gone. The spy, needle blade attack, 2 of those. 1, 2, both miss. Unarmed attack against the creature to the bottom for 15, which hits for 5. Yeah, that's it. Actually, sorry, their AC are super low, so yeah, that actually does hit. So that's well, a creature's on 1 point. Okay, very well, very well. All right, Hendrik, it is your turn. You've fallen through the floor, and I will start to mark out some fire for you of where it's actually spreading to. GG, I wonder why the GM had already a fire token on this map already.
I knew I should.
I wonder why everything was soaked in oil.
I should have gone there and just like cleaned up the oil with prestidigitation.
Yeah, like you did against the goblins. Yeah, so now the corner of the building is starting to catch fire. Hendrik, it is your turn.
I got shocking grass. We can use shocking grass. Do I got anything funnier? Does sleep work on the zombies?
Who knows?
Only one way to know.
But zombies notoriously known to fall asleep.
Well, that's the thing. I'm looking at the sleep spell. It doesn't say.
Usually, if a creature's immune to sleep, it'll say it's like immune conditions.
Yeah, because he'll be a
Yeah.
You won't know that.
Oh no, undead and creatures immune. Yeah, okay, I'm stupid. Undead aren't affected by it.
Oh yeah, undead and constructs actually. Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to. So you said there's like a candle, like the oil's lit on fire. Is
Yeah,
it
like this little
is it
area
like
here.
Hollywood leading towards a barrel of gunpowder or something, or?
This entire section of floor is covered in oil. So what was a small little candle that's been left there?
I'm on the wrong map.
Oh, sorry, are you? Oh, my fault.
Yeah.
Oh, oops, don't fucking do that. Sorry, Ryan. I don't know why it did that. Why is Ryan over there? There you go. Now you are.
Oh, we're
My
separated.
fault,
Oh,
Ryan.
that's fun.
Yeah, you dropped down on the first floor, and the wall is sorry.
Oh, but the assassin did too, but she's in a separate building. Okay.
She's in a separate room. Yeah, correct.
So what's this?
Fire. That's fire.
And are they on like barrels of stuff on fire?
The entire floor is just soaked. It's just catching amongst all the wood.
Fuck, guys, I'm in a small room. This is not good for my explosions.
If you put an
Okay, that's
explosion,
Hang on,
you
hang on.
put a certain explosion there, it takes all the oxygen and removes the fire.
Ryan, we didn't ask how big the room was. We're telling you to cast fireball.
I don't have fireball. I have counterspell.
My God, what kind of sorcerer are you?
Quirky. I'm not like other sorcerers.
Don't look at me. Hey,
Jesus Christ.
Look at me.
What am I
My,
listening to?
my sorcerer didn't have fireball.
And it's gonna kill me.
It is your turn. Hendrik.
I will do shocking grasp. Do they have any metal bits on them?
No, they are flesh and pus and old blood.
Hold on. Before I do that, actually, it's 1d8. No sync.
One north of you is dead. I can take it off the map if you want, or I can put it over.
Yeah, take it off, please.
Yeah, it's dead.
I'm gonna do shock and grasp. I think that damage is wrong. 5th level. We're 5th level, right?
You're 5th level, so it should be 2d8.
Yeah, 2d8. Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, I'll take that. I will do shock and grasp against the one to the left of me.
Yeah, go for it.
On a hit. Okay. Oh, that's right. I can.
Need to roll to hit, my friend. AC is very low. These are creatures.
18?
For 3. For 3, yeah. You did roll 2d8. You rolled a
I
rolled a
would
2
like
and a 1.
to. I would like to use my piety thing.
Uh-huh.
Whenever you creature fails a saving throw, never mind, or against attack cast by you, or is hit by an attack roll, you can add my wisdom or charisma modifier to the
Modifier.
damage.
Yeah.
I will do that. My charisma modifier is 8. 8?
5.
Why is it? Oh, that's sorry. I was looking at saving throws. Yeah, 5. So yeah, it's 5.
Okay.
So it's 8.
8
8
damage?
damage total.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay. So you grab hold of the shoulder, and like your hand kind of sinks in as you push through some bone and flesh, and then you grab onto the actual skeleton of the zombie and fry it. And you see that the remaining jawbone just bursts off and flies like over your left hand shoulder, and then buries itself in the ceiling above you.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. You give him that like bro hug on the shoulder, and then he just like exploded. But he's still alive. All right, top of initiative. That is the rest of the party going to 2 more rounds, or you arrive in 1 more round.
Orly's always my
Creatures.
favorite.
Yeah. All right, 2 slam attacks on Hendrik for a 22 and a 6. I think the 22 hits.
Yes, it does 5 damage.
3 slam attacks on the spy. Miss, hit, and a hit. So for 6, Constitution saving throw.
Oh, the
Just
okay.
roll, just rolling well. That's for something you don't need to know about. All right, okay. So Hendrik, you've been taking HP off.
Yes.
Just one.
Oh fuck! Sorry. I've been putting. I've been putting under temporary HP. My bad. I'm at
Okay,
15
sorry.
HP. Yeah.
All
Okay.
right, okay,
There you
no
go.
problem. I saw your token. I was like, you've taken damage.
No, sorry. There it is.
Right. And start of initiative as well. The fire spreads. Spy. Multi attack. Needle blade into the first creature. Hits it. Does it stay up? Con save. So that's 13. It dies. That creature is destroyed. That you can just hear like a melee in the next room, with just like kicking and bouncing and all that stuff as well. Next attack. Oh yeah, fucking dead. And then armed attack. 21. Wow, that one stays alive with 1 hit point. Interesting. Interesting. All right, Hendrik, it is your turn.
Okay. I'm going to take some hits here, boss. I'm
Yeah.
going to move up here, taking 2 attacks of opportunity from the zombies.
All right, very well. Slam attack for
Yes.
18. Slam attack for 7. Yeah, very well.
Okay, I'm at
Yeah.
11, and I'm going to cast a spell. I'm going to cast Shatter again at a level 3 spell against the southern wall.
All right, awesome. Yeah, I love it. Wall is just fucking gone. It's just boom, just blown out.
And the zombies need to
destroyed.
roll saves as well.
Yeah, they do. Zombie 1, it's a Constitution saving throw.
Yep.
Pretty good at those. 14 and a 12. They both fail, and I think so. That is a total of. Let me just do. I need to do some math here quickly. So 19. Sorry, 1 second. 1 second.
I think they're dead, boss.
Unless he rolls not to 20, he is. Yeah, he's dead. And then next one. Dead. Yeah, they're both just. So Orly, just before you arrive, the southern wall, which the door you could not unlock, just explodes. A sharp just flies everywhere, and then an arm and a leg and then a piece of torso just fly past you into the woods as you're running towards the room.
Like
That's
an
not good.
88 hit the side of a building. They're just masonry
Oh,
everywhere.
Yeah.
For 5 minutes, he's already blowing people up.
Last attack. 13 misses. Spy. Yeah, the spy's just going boom, boom, boom. Yeah, fail. All right, zombie's dead. Okay. Orly. Right. And important things are about to happen, Mr. Orly. You arrive here. Roll initiative. You got a 19. you will go after Hendrick's next turn. And then the rest of the party will arrive after you. So, Hendrick, do you any more actions? Anything you want to do? The wall's gone.
Oh, that's true. I can hold on. I moved 20 feet, so that
You
means
move 20.
is my movement feet 30 or 35? I very rarely play an elf. 30. Okay, good. So I moved here 20. I will move
Yeah.
10 feet here.
All right. Okay.
Actually,
and you see
is,
the
is
agent,
opening is opening a door a free action?
You don't need to worry about opening that door. That entire wall's gone, my friend. That wall that was here
Fair
is
enough.
gone.
Okay, I'll move here. Okay. It looks like all the zombies over here are killed. Is that right?
Yeah. The agent is standing over them and has a needle blade in their left hand, and
Okay.
a bloody fist in their right.
I will put out a hand and just say, I have friends in the woods nearby. If you want safety, follow me.
All right. Can you make a persuasion check with disadvantage, please?
I'm feeling this is important, guys. Does anyone want to? Because this
You
is
can
this
give
person
inspiration to him if you
answered.
want. It is a
If you
reroll.
want, I won't beg, but I will beg.
Well, we'll see what you roll first.
Well, that's true enough. I forgot it was an after thing.
9. Okay. You want to use someone's inspiration, or you can use your own inspiration. Or you used
I
it
already
earlier,
used
didn't you?
yeah, I did.
I will give
Don't
you
have
my
one, sorry.
inspiration.
Okay.
You
Okay,
can
I'm gonna
have
roll
mine.
again.
13. There's a pause. The man kind of reflexively kind of flips the needle in their left hand, and then just like like this almost instinctive just flex of the right hand like outward, and the blood just flies off the right hand, and you see that their right arm is covered in like these kind of warrior bandages, like to protect their knuckles. And then with that, what we will do is we will end initiative here as the rest of the party shows up, as there's a bit of a standoff. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to drag another Hendrick. Oh, Orly, if you've got a turn, you should take it now.
Well, I would
If
have
you've got,
hopped the wall, I guess.
yeah, move your token within anywhere within your speed if you wanted to. Yeah, you see
Probably
the
would have
creature.
seen what's. I don't know what's happening. Sometimes I click, I can move
No.
it. Sometimes I can't.
No. Okay. All right. The rest of the party here, there's an awkward standoff. The building is blown apart, and as this happens, the fire just spreads that bit more, and it starts to envelop this entire corner of the wall. It's like not like a rushing flame because of the oil, but it's like slowly just like seeping into all the wood and the debris.
Hmm.
What do you do?
This is the other party, or like, what do I do? Who don't have
You kind of
initiative?
there's just this awkward stand, like you're standing there in the ruins, destroyed the wall, the fire's spreading. This other person just moves this southern wall here, kind of back up against the wall, like defensively, like getting ready if you guys are going to attack them.
Yeah,
I can't
I'm gonna-
see,
I'm
by
gonna
the
make-
way. Am I meant to be able to?
Oh, sorry, I will add your. I'll just give you night vision for 60 feet.
Well, if the place is burning, I imagine there's light.
Yeah, there you go. You can see me, Thoric.
I mean, if we need light, I'll can cast light on his staff.
I mean, I have light
That's
as well. It's just
I could just hit
There you go.
light
Yeah.
because it's
Is this square the fire?
that square
Oh,
is the
there we go.
fire, correct? Yeah.
And where's Hendrick's friend?
Here.
Yeah, you can see
Okay,
Hendrick.
so I'll move
sorry.
into. Can I move into the courtyard? I need to move somewhere where
Yeah.
I can get visual on him.
Of course, yeah.
Okay, I can kind of see him if I stand there.
Yeah.
I would like to cast a spell, Dion.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to subtly, which is to say no one knows that I'm casting this spell,
Mm-hmm.
cast enhance ability,
Mm-hmm.
charisma.
Okay, on yourself.
Yes.
All right. So you do that, and then what do you do after
I
that?
take away my charisma, my sorcery points. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
And I will try again and just say, The only entrance is here. We mean you no harm. Come. And I just gesture towards it. I fucking leave the building. I'm just like, this way. Go.
So that will cancel out the disadvantage for make a persuasion check, flat normal.
I'll just tell my guys back away. Give them room. Okay. Charisma saving. Charisma.
Just persuasion.
Persuasion.
Just regular persuasion, flat persuasion.
Son of a
Ooh, do you want to use
bitch,
someone
guys.
else inspiration to roll that? If anyone else wants to give it to?
You want me to
have
just
my-
bear
you
hug
may-
the guy?
You may have my. Oh, hang on.
I'm listen.
You can
I'm
have
really
my
sorry, guys.
inspiration.
I'm trying to find this non-peacefully. They're not.
No, I appreciate. That's why you have my inspiration.
15. 15 is enough as the entire party quickly runs away from the ruin, the oldest barnyard, where in the space of 30 seconds, there's an explosion. The building catches fire. There's corpses. Both Torkel, Thoric, and Orly, Lyranok. None of you have ever seen bodies like this before. You don't recognize what could cause such a thing. These people should have been in the ground. They should have been burned, as is custom with ashes. You have never really seen a body linger this long, except maybe Lyranok on the battlefield. Well, actually, sorry, yeah, Lyranok, the only person who saw bodies live this long. They have been dead for months, rotting away. With that, I will end combat music. We will return to a different map. All right.
I have a question. Can we return back to that other map because
Yes,
it was
of
kind of
course.
handy to see where everyone is.
Yeah.
I was essentially undercover as a, let's say, cult,
Yes.
and this cultist person, assassin, whatever, ran out. Lyranok's right there. I don't think Lyranok would pass as a cult. Is Lyranok in like majestic armor and like how much of
Yes.
a paladin does he look like?
He looks like a very heavy. He's a very heavy. He doesn't actually look like. I guess he still looks compelling. He's very much
It's a
still
full
a heavy,
plate
like
mail, a blank
full
slate
plate
silver
armored
Templar
warrior.
armor. Yeah.
Okay, so whatever deception we had is basically shot.
This individual does not seem to care. They're keeping about a 30-foot distance away from you, but they're running with your group like and left a bit.
Okay.
But they are keeping pace with you.
Okay, we're running back to our camp in the woods. Then I'm keeping
You go.
very
You
close
shift.
eye
You shift.
on this
You
person.
go. You go.
Yeah, okay.
So I also have a quick question. Obviously, in the war with Tearland, who have access to necromancy, is that
Yeah.
a spell or a skill that they will have used, or do they not touch that, or like what?
Any arcane weapon that they could find, they used against you. Such a
So they have. So he probably has seen.
yeah. That's a good point.
Risen
You probably would have
bodies.
saw. You would have probably had to cut down your own men as they were raised in front of you. One of the most horrific and utter defilements that could happen to anybody loyal to your religion. It is tradition to burn the bodies, and to be raised as an undead goes in the face of nearly every tenet of your entire religion. All right, you run to the trees. You catch your breath. The individual is there. They still have the needle blade in the left hand, and they stare you down. What do you guys do?
Are you okay?
What is your allegiance? You hear a woman's voice come through.
We kill necromancers.
Gives a look towards the building. You see as the individual, their face shifts, it contorts and spirals, and the facade of a man disappears. You see a young woman in front of you, and I'll just grab her token and I can show you. I'm gonna put you on the start screen
You
now.
kept jumping back and forth in the battle. I was very confused.
Sorry about that.
No, it's all good.
Change layer.
Hang on, we still don't know what they identify as.
Yeah, they might be non-binary, right?
No, this is very much shifty. Wait, what? Why can't let me show it to everybody?
No,
I
it's
can
come
see
up to me.
I see it.
Oh, you see it? Okay, perfect. All right. So
It is
before
some
you,
kryptonite.
what you see is the dark robes fade away. You see kind of dark crimson leathers, still the weapon in hand, still the kind of muscular fist, the weapon. you see a woman. She is like got ghostly white hair. She's got a perfect angel-like sculptured face, clearly an Azamar, and how beautiful she is. Her long hair is tied up in a braid. She has dull red skirmishing leather, and she has emerald eyes and like kind of porcelain pale skin. As she drops whatever spell she was using to hide her visage, her true form.
Theodore actually looks taken aback for a moment.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but just sort of a oh moment to him.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So there's this kind of awkward standoff as you can hear the cracking and burning of the building. From the forest where you are, you do start to hear like some voices come from the actual family residence at the other, like a good couple hundred yards away, a couple hundred feet away. Start to react whenever fire's happening on the edge of their property. But you guys are secluded within the woods. Yeah. And you see, you said you kill necromancers. You kill the spawn of necromancers. We didn't get a true one today.
And who are you and what are you doing here?
He looks, studying the group of you.
You can give me a
Before-
fake name, it's fine.
Before I reveal any more further information about myself, our cover is blown. Whatever cover you provided yourself for whatever you were trying to get out of the Umbral cult is gone now. This was a cull. He has gotten rid of all of his agents tonight. Means the buck is moving faster than I thought. Damn it! And she like kind of kicks at a stone and sent it flying.
Okay,
Are there any
I'm gonna
identifying marks
gonna
on
roll
her armor or anything like that?
There's any tattoos. Her armor is not none that you recognize. Actually, it's very, very well made, like to her form.
I'm gonna roll insight and see if she's playing a part to try and like, oh, I wasn't having these drugs. I was
Yeah, I get you.
still yeah.
I'm actually an undercover cop as well.
24.
You're doing the same, are you? You said.
Oh no. No, Lennox won't because he's still currently taken aback. Still a bit surprised to see another
You see genuine anger and upset and just fury of the circumstances that have just enveloped you. There is definitely still
Yeah.
an air of being guarded and like want to be like, I could still have to fight someone right now, but you don't get the sense of rather than betrayal of like being part of this order and being set to die. This is more of a just annoyed of like plans being foiled.
Yeah, but if she was a cultist, she'd still like that. Those feelings would still be in line.
That's very true. It's very true.
Hang on, before we get started, what even happened back there? There hasn't been
sorry.
necromancy in Concords in
a
hundreds of
ghostly
years.
visage composed of bugs showed up and said that our duties had been done and that our bodies should be more useful. So he tried to murder us with zombies to, I guess, make more zombies. He didn't do a very good job of it, or he just drastically underestimated us.
The man you're referring to, his name is Limes. He's one of the close personal retinue of him.
Who is
Sure you know
him?
who I'm talking. The six-fingered man, the one who's orchestrating all of this.
We've heard that name before, but actually, sorry. Wait, I don't remember. Was 600 Man only mentioned to Ryan?
I think
No,
Ryan
you
shared
know.
all that information with the party.
Yeah, I shared.
don't
I shared it.
recall. Did he? Okay, cool. Sorry. It's been a while. I couldn't remember exactly what plan. We've heard that name before. It was connected to the stealing of the urn, wasn't it?
She gives
Yeah.
a slow nod.
Then this has all been
What's
connected.
happening?
It's
What's happening
still
tomorrow?
ongoing.
What's happening tomorrow is a holy holiday in the affairs of Her Lady Honourable Vela. I imagine that what he has done here tonight to cull his agents is to throw everybody off.
I think he has something planned for tomorrow. Usually you call before the conspiracy happens.
Rakmir, despite its issues and problems and utterly failing brass shields, could still spot a scheme that was taking place on a night of the honourable, honour of the urns. From what I know, it's bigger than that, further away. If he's culling all of his agents in Rakmir, he'd still need people to facilitate his plans here. No, this is him leaving. This is him going somewhere else. Damn it! I've worked so hard. 6 years I've been an agent of his. 6 years I've been studying his schemes, listening to Limes and Cole, never getting close to the man himself. Angrily kind of pacing. Even despite in her anger, she's just got this perfect. You saw it in Leonok. They just look like angelic. It's like a painting being utterly just bereft of anger and fury, but still kind of beautiful.
Okay.
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 We shouldn't stay here in the open too long. Limes or Cole could still be hunting for us. That
Agreed.
was
Are
designed
you
to kill so much
fine
weaker than
going
us.
back to the city? We have a hideout.
It won't be sufficient. You should come with us. You're now involved in what I find myself in now, what I have done for the past many years. It'll be safer there. I'm entrusting you. I've not trusted anyone since my father died. Do not make me regret this. I'm short of allies and short of time.
Okay.
Well, our Heidels are
I
still in
would
the city,
like
though.
I would like to
Okay.
insight the fuck out of that. 'Cause
Yeah, go for it.
let's see, insight. 19.
She seems to be giving you concise instructions of what she wants to do, and the tone of her voice and the anger of her voice just seems like this is what's happening. This is what you should do. You don't get a hint of trying to deceive or misalign what her actions will be in the future.
Is young and inexperienced. Okay, sounds
He
good. Let's
looks
go.
like 20
I'll let
years
her
old.
go.
But
Yeah.
then again, for an Azamar, you're not sure if that's an actual 20 or she could be 60 years old. You don't know. All right,
Okay, lead the way.
quickly.
Do you
She
have
is very deft.
do you have a ride?
Better to move on her feet. Come. And you guys are just dashing. And she is expertly hiding, like, and moving between like bites of shadows, and you kind of quickly move out of the way of like whatever oncoming staff are coming to gaze at the fire at the corner of the estate of this vineyard. Sorry, and the next half an hour, you make your way back to
Wait,
Rakmir.
are we
Do you have any?
leaving our hide?
She did.
Are we leaving our Heidel?
You're gonna grab
No,
your
we're
idols?
taking her Heidel. Yeah, fuck her. She's like, oh, we need to move on our feet. No, these things are faster than us. We're to take Heidels.
I don't think they're
Okay,
actually
you're gonna
faster
grab
than
your idols.
us.
Yeah, that's fine. She is faster than you. She can move as fast as a
No,
word.
that's terrible. I'm saying I don't think the Heidels are faster than us.
Idols
Yeah,
is
the
30 feet.
Heidels are. I thought they were. Okay, I thought
No,
they were.
30
I
feet.
thought they were 40 movement
No, they're
per
30.
turn. Okay.
They're just
Okay.
very hardy beasts of burden. That's their
Okay.
strength. All right. Okay. So what happens is we get a power montage of you guys like kind of stealthily moving away and getting away from the vineyard. And there's a bit of an uproar, and people go, "Fetch buckets! Fetch buckets! The farmhouse is burning! The barn's burning!" And like there's kind of this mix of like people kind of panicking, running around and trying to get water. Which there's a lot of water in some of the little runoffs and tributaries around the vineyard. And
Can
they,
you
You've gone
helping them
quiet
with the
again.
fire?
she's just still walking. She's like 10 feet ahead of you, still walking. Just doesn't even not even consideration.
Don't worry, Leonok. It's an old building. It's isolated. They won't be losing much.
All right.
Okay, very well.
You follow her, and you see that as you get close to the city, she casts another type of spell to disguise her as someone else. Just a commoner, just an everyday commoner. You follow her, and you follow her to a familiar grounds you've been on. You've been outside the Sanctorium of Ash. You've been around Sanson Square. And as you head, you find yourself at a familiar place, especially for you, Hendrik. You find yourself at a water, a water feature, a fountain.
Son of a
She
bitch.
walks up. She walks up to the fountain, produces some type of strange metallic device which you can't get a eye on, and she speaks some holy words in Celestial. Honourable, grant me entry. As
Wait.
the fountain, the water kind of drains out the side into some offshoots, and then it steps up to appear downwards into. Come quickly inside. Leave your animals behind.
Okay.
They're shielding. They were shielding around here. They'll not be susceptible to any view.
Okay. Yeah. We'll just rein our animals here then.
Okay. Good in steps. 20 feet, 40, 60. Small confined hallway, 8 feet in height, 5 feet in width. And it just and you can hear I just have to go down. Then after about 20 feet, you hear as the steps just return behind you as the fountain closes up after you're gone. And you're in a dark hallway. Leonok and I imagine Thoric, you guys cast light on your weapons so you can see.
Yes.
Well, I guess. So I can see. You come down into a dark underground cavern with a huge great bridge about 80 feet across, and it's the kind of this well-maintained dark grey moss cleared stone across a chasm, and she steps across it. Torches start to light. Make a religion check for me, please, all of you.
Oh,
10,
shit. All right.
17, 15, 10. 10, you're still, or you're still in GM, by the way.
Wait, why did I have -2 from intelligence?
I don't know.
Okay, that's like
I
over 20.
I
That's
don't
26.
I don't see any -2 on that roll for
Oh,
me.
sorry, that's bore. Sorry. What the? Okay, sorry, my bad.
Yeah,
No,
you do
you're
have
right. I
negative.
misheard.
You do have negative in there.
I misheard. That's Thork with the negative. I'm good. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Have you rolled? Oh, 17. Yeah, okay. I think Torkel cut out. So the four of you,
I just felt
the four of you recognize this as the actual embodiment of Vela's power. It is, they call it Ghost Flame. It is a purifying light that destroys undead and is her actual material manifestation on this plane. Now, if you remember history, it is what the fire is made out of at Haliza's Gap, this Ghost Flame.
Sorry, I don't remember. Did we establish? Does it only destroy undead, or is it still holy shit? You don't want to step in that.
It's still holy fire,
Okay, cool.
but it's
Just wanted to check.
especially poignant against undead. All right, okay. You go across this bridge with a chasm of darkness beneath. It's probably like a drop of about 20 feet, and you can hear plenty of rushing water underneath it.
Is
You
Batman? Is Batman's lair?
You head at the end of the bridge into a small set of doors which open up into a center, a dome-like shape under the earth of stone brick, and it is a study hall. It is a collection of scrolls. It is a library, a practicing area for dueling with stone dummy mannequins. It is a lair. It is a lair for this individual where they have taken you. The disguise has dropped now that she's back to her form. Frustrated, breathing deeply, not through any, but just anger, just pissed off. And she just looks at you, Hendrik. I suppose I shouldn't blame you. You were just caught up in it as well. Glad to have you at least helping out with those undead.
I have a feeling that we have been late to the hunt. You've been at this for years.
Originally, yes. Myself and my father.
I've been only after. Well, I guess I've been after this for years too, but not the same kind of way as you.
He was my instructor and brought me into this order. I chasing down the people responsible for ending him. This six-fingered man. He's responsible for almost wiping out this contingent of the order. He's a mortal enemy of my goddess and any living thing within Erith.
How come you
long
didn't
has he
report?
been here for?
Okay, yeah, go ahead. Answer his question.
This has been going on, as you said, for years.
How long has it been? Have we been completely ignorant? Was the urn the start, or was it before then?
The start was the urns, the thief, the stealing. Then the brass shields, not to be trusted. The six-fingered man has deep pockets and deeper fingers for that of people's minds. And it is not usual, from what I know of the history, that we ever involve ourselves with like of actual officials. We act with that of the instruction of Our Lady, the Honourable. Take no further direction than that of her whims and wishes.
And you didn't tell agents of Tyr or the Brass Shields or
It is not their
anyone?
responsibility, and it is
What
not within their
kind of?
skill set to deal with this.
Okay, well
This
now it
would
is.
cause a moral panic. It would cause absolute anarchy. Think, what have you saw? You have saw an elaborate scheme of agents moving for years undetected, now finally called within a single night, from what we can believe to what we saw in front of us. Now, think, if it is capable of having people as I work for 6 years undercover, how many pockets and minds has he really infiltrated? This is not to be trusted to the public officials or those swinging a sword about and paid as brass shields. This goes deeper. This is an assault against the entire fabric of living beings within the Concord.
Are you
The
telling
Order
me
of the Brass, the Order of the Brass
Okay.
Shields, they are great at policing and chainsling down thieves and high bidders, selling, auctioning off goods, all these other things, and warding off mages. But this is different. This is when the Order was created to fight against these creatures of the night.
Whilst we're on the topic, I think the Orly is probably the most shook he's ever been. And why is a ghost kind of just
Yeah.
witnessing this affront to nature?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna just pull out my symbol of Tyr. Fuck this bitch. Okay, well the agents of Tyr are on it now. And have been for quite a while.
And what do you have to show for your results?
I suppose 11 of the 12 urns regathered.
Because
No,
that's
okay.
not
You
what
actually
he was
you have
after.
a good
Because
point.
that's not what he was after.
My coworkers are shit. I actually agree with you there. But that's why I'm here. That's
You
why
actually are
all
different.
of
You
us are.
actually got yourself involved. I don't know how you found your way into the schemings of the six-fingered man, but
Oh, it's a
somehow
great
you
story. He
actually
happened upon it.
he does not
Accidentally
smile or
away
laugh
to
at
the
all. He is dead, stern, serious all the time.
But see, so's Thoric. He's like, oh, this is the story. This is how it happened.
Thork, there's no need for jokes. This is a serious matter. And
But it
can I
wasn't
have
a
my
joke.
wig back, please? Thork, can I have my wig back?
Yeah, but
I
it wasn't a
imagine how he
joke.
gave it the wig back before he even got the Arachne.
And Hendrik totally forgot about it. But now we're going business mode. He needs his wig, and Hendrik puts his wig back on.
I need my
So,
badge and my gun.
if you've been working for him for 6 years now, what do we have an objective beyond just killing? Well, that is vague as anything. But how do they need to do it? That, I'm presuming, was not the extent of their capabilities.
Now, I, as I said, have been putting on a persona, doing what is needed of me, disgusting responsibilities though that I might have to keep my form undetected. And I
Dangerous mindset.
never truly knew exactly the scheme. The man you saw, the one that faded away, he wasn't really there. It was an illusion. His name is Limes, one of the higher underlings of the six-fingered man, and then that of his apprentice, Coles, the barren tribal man, tall, tusk of mouth. I've seen this other a few times. few interactions. He's cunning. I'm talking about the Six-Fingered Man. He would not be so bold without the resources to propose some kind of attack or deface the honoring of the urns so directly, because then that would bring in the entire fold of the church. I must declare this because it makes sense for you going ahead. My order is unknown by that of the true church of Vela. We are a sect. We act where the other churches cannot or will not accept duties of. We keep the peace
At any cost.
at any cost to the living, to ensure that undead and unlife can never stain these people of these lands.
A dangerous mindset to be sure, but I believe there will always be lines that should not be crossed, but even I will admit that line is deep and far when it comes to such matters.
Well, what have you found in your investigation, priest? She looks to you, Hendrik, investigator of tier.
Necromancers have taken the. Hold on, let me get my notes. Let me get my fucking notes.
Sorry, something's come up. I have to jump off. I'll catch up on the video though.
Yeah.
Have a good session.
No problem.
All right,
Thanks.
All right,
take
in
care.
a bit.
Yep.
Great, I don't have my notes.
Well, we know that's official.
Fuck, I have to rewrite my notes. That a decade or so ago, 12 urns were stolen from the repository next door. 11 of them were recaptured, but one of them wasn't. My gut tells me that one has of particular significance. I have the name of the knight written down. He died.
He died the night of the forming of the Order of the
Yeah.
Sacred Bastion. Yes,
Yeah.
Sir Slate.
There's something significant about that person and his remains in particular. I don't actually have any information on that pathway. We haven't gotten a hold of anyone who would know. That's what I was hoping that this would unravel. What else we got?
I don't. So this is as a player, because I'm not. Again, I'm not. I don't think Leonov actually knows this. Gale did mention that they've got like thought and memory manipulation.
I don't remember that.
Well,
I believe you,
neither
though.
did Gale. That was the point.
Yeah. Oh,
And
yeah.
it's
You're
Slate.
right. You're right.
Slate Gallagher,
You're right.
because
He,
the one who
Blake
yes,
directed.
Gallagher,
was-
he
couldn't
remembered
remember for-
because he was in the mines with the
the Vainstone and undid the
Vainstone.
mind.
Yes, and the Vainstone slowly stripped that
That's
enchantment
right,
from him, I
yeah.
guess. Again, sorry, that's player knowledge, but
No, you're 100% right. Yeah, they do have mind control, or at least memory wiping abilities. Anything beyond that? No, that's it. That's the extent of our information.
I see. Well, the extent of mine is that while I have been serving him best I can undercover, he has needed certain people to be in certain places at certain times to either be dispatched, moved jobs, to have certain supplies brought in, salts and golds and things like this. But from what I can tell, the dispatchings of agents within Rakmir are few and far between. I think the urn that he took was his ultimate goal, and he's kept tabs here, but his schemes do not fully revolve around this town. That's probably why the urn has never been returned. It's still crucial to part of his plans.
what could that be of particular significance? Only thing
don't
I can
know.
think, if so, if I recall correctly, he died in the in the creation of that flame wall. Was it?
Yeah, he died
If
basically as one of the knights serving the Saints to
yes,
fight against the Umbral King.
you mentioned, yeah, if this knight fell in the creation of that war against the Emperor King, could there be perhaps a way with those remains to bring that wall down? That wall is a significant defense. Without it, potentially vulnerable from that direction.
Yes. This is why we burn our dead. It was strange when those urns were constructed that there's still some bones left them, some residue. But when the priests buried them when they did, they insisted that their remains stay the way they were. I can't understand why, but they were. I'm at a loss for exactly what this means, but it is not the end of the investigation nor the trail.
How do you mean to continue it? Go.
Limes and coal are not fully based within Rackmere. Their main operating is that within Breakwater. They mostly enjoy themselves within Liberty Corner. There's a free section of Breakwater where strange people and cultures are allowed to act out of themselves without our laws imposed upon them. The Brash Shields still have sway there, but it is certainly different to that any civilized lands within the Concord.
Like, we've known where they have been. And could you
I
not have...
tailed them once to Liberty Corner, but I never was able to find exactly where they were based. My duties lie in that of protecting Rackmere. I cannot go too far from the city's limits. Even then, it was a risk in case something were to happen here. The Six-Fingered Man is not my sole prerogative. He has taken much of my time, but there are always amateurs that need to be put down and sundered, their records, all of their apparel and belongings and deep, dark arts destroyed before they can fall into any more hands. What do you intend to do?
We're not
I don't
just gonna
know.
look. I think that
I mean, I suppose go after them.
Yes. As I said, I have an oath to protect Rackmere. I will stay nearby and see if I can sniff out any more leads, but I have a feeling that what attempted to happen to us, to dispatch both of us, is happening to half a dozen more agents, and he will be successful. I don't know if I would have been able to get away without you ripping the whole fucking building down, but that was an entertaining spectacle.
Okay. It's late. We should think on this tonight, and tomorrow we'll talk it over again. You say that you're pretty certain that there's nothing going to be happening tomorrow.
I think that all will be happening is those loyal and believing in Vela will come and honor their dead, and we will hear whispers of people who accidentally died in their sleep or went missing from all walks of life within Rackmere.
You know of any other agents in the area that might have be set for culling?
As far as I'm aware, the rest of them, housewives, farm workers, field hands, no one who actually had any martial skill. They passed words on to coals and limes when needed. I think it was so lucky that you and I are the only two people able and capable of defending ourselves that they put in the same place.
Okay, it's late, but my gut
Before you
tells me
go,
that
I have something to ask all of you.
my gut. Hold on, real quick. Before that, I think that we should head out and Maybe split up and see if we can track down these people. Seriously, if you can give us addresses. No, he would have given them a meeting location outside of the city before killing them. We wouldn't know where they are.
It's already done.
Yeah, it's already done.
It's already done.
Yeah.
The disappearing papers, whatever other schemes. That is why it was an illusion. Holes would have been having to fish around the city, going around quickly, sending the word, sending a final goodbye, if you will. But what I was going to ask you is, no one else has been down here since my father died, and I have not recruited anyone else into this order. So you're the first souls, other than myself and my pet cat, that have been here in quite some time. So I ask that as loyal followers of the 12 gods, that you keep this a secret amongst yourselves.
I don't know
Sure.
what you're talking about. It never happened.
Yeah, we'll just forget about it.
Not to any Feast of Tyr, any brass shields. They will rip the earth up to find this place, and especially not to any loyal monks of Vela. Not to Marcinio Deus. I cannot know.
I don't even like anyone outside this room. I'm not going to tell anyone.
That I do believe. Thank you. I'll have to see you out. She walks to leaves the chamber, goes across the bridge, and she picks like the stone against the bottom of the stairs. Go. By the time you get to the top, the fountain will be open. It will close swiftly behind you. If you need to contact me, wait here. At one point or another, I will sense that you're around.
Sure thing.
And you guys all just leave?
Yeah.
Where do you go?
Home.
Back to the tap house?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it'll be a beer and a nap.
All right. Okay. As you guys head home, again, it is past midnight. It is the early hours. You come to the Bed of Roses, and as you turn the corner, you hear some arguing. You see a man in the street shouting at the establishment owner, Pio. You recognize the man shouting. It's Slate. Well, where the fuck are they? They said they were staying here. What? This is
Right.
and
Sight, is
and
something the
when he
matter?
turns,
Like Leonard will actually sort of like jog ahead,
yeah,
put it more lively than he's been with the rest of the day, actually. But
yeah, you turn, you see Slate is just, his eyes are bloodshot. There's dried tears down to his nostrils and past his jaw. And he just looks at you, just shot. Thank God, an angel. Thank the gods the angels came. And he just runs towards the group of you.
Everything okay?
what?
They're
He's like,
gone.
no,
They're
what do you
gone.
mean?
My wife,
Who are
my
gone?
child, they're gone. He, t- he, t- he took them. I felt it in the air. I, I felt the death, like the chill in the spine. He'd been in my house. He took Philippa. He took my little girl.
He took them. That means they can, at the moment, they can still be saved. If the purpose was to just kill them, we would have done so. But there is still hope. We will find them.
It, it, it's wrong. There's nothing wrong with the house. They just left. Philippa surely would have tried to fight him off and defend, but no. They packed their clothes away. They took their identity stones.
It's gonna. If they went somewhere, then perhaps there is still something to indicate where they've gone, how. We might still be able to.
We were supposed to go. We were supposed to move to Burrell tomorrow. On the day of the Urns, we were going to say goodbye to our little one, our little boy that didn't make it, and then we were going to go in the evening. And he took that from me. He took my fresh start. I'm begging you, and he falls down to his knees and just grabs like your coattails. I'm begging you, Angel, help me. Tear, and he looks at you, Hendrik. Tear, please. I know I have not been the most loyal to you, but please, in the name of all the laws of this land, bring me back my wife and child.
then I was going to look at him. I swear to you, I will do everything in my power to bring them home safe to you. That I will dedicate my life, if need be, to searching for them. I will not allow this to go unjust. For a family to be ripped apart by the whims of another, I will not allow this to stand.
He like not a smile, but just a nod and looks at you, Hendrik. What do you do?
I nod. It's been a long day. Hendrik's tired, but he has enough to like.
Do you need anything of me? My supplies. I had a wagon ready. I had things ready to go.
If it would be all right, come. We should. It is late, but might be beneficial to have a look now. For when did they leave? Just now, or
I went to fetch an evening meal at Sanson Square, our favourite, the pastry place off the left-hand corner of the Civil House, and God, I felt the chill. It's like stepping on death into that house now. He's been in my house. I remember what it was like when he touched my head and cast my memories back. Got rid of them.
we should.
I'm sorry. I'm babbling like a child.
We should perhaps go and look at the house, see if there is anything that can be found. And Leonard is gonna look at Hendrik and say, "Please, I know it has been a day, but this man needs our help."
No, of course. I'm fine continuing going on. I can go for days.
I'm good to
Let's
go.
go.
I understand it will not be easy, but it might be helpful for us to see the house, see if there's anything we can find.
Yes.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Let's go.
Yes. And
And then
Theo just looks like at him and looks at you and just kind of shrugs his shoulders like, I'm sorry, I didn't know what to do. I
It's
just wouldn't.
It is quite all right. I am sorry that this happened, but as you might imagine, this is quite a urgent matter. I think perhaps we will be back later, and we can discuss what we can. But
Do you need any shields? I could fetch a runner to the patrol house. Do you need anyone to go with you?
no,
no, we're
no,
good.
I think we'll be okay.
We'll be
thank
fine.
you.
12 blessings to you. Sounds like you'll need it. Breakfast will be early in the morning. Goes and shuts the front door that it's not place. And as you guys head off to search Slate's home and abode for his missing wife and child, we will end the session there.
Oof, that was a heavy session.
Yeah, it was a
Yeah,
doozy.
we got a lot of fucking stuff. Jesus Christ.
You got skeletons and a secret order cult of Vela, and then Slate, the man involved in all the Urn stuff now, his wife and child are missing. You got a lot of stuff going on now.
We're gonna hang out and talk a bit.
Yeah, sounds good.
I gotta
I hope
blow
you
up the
guys
building.
enjoyed that session.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was really enjoyable.
Good.
Sorry, I cut out for a bit there.
That's all good. It's all good. You just missed I think just the lady who never gave her name still. Yeah,
That girl.
You didn't seem the type to give it away.
no,